Yeah, that's where I think that's probably why I'm starting to look at that Vice and being a little excited for it. Because I know theoretically it's a really good kind of addition to this. Whether or not practically that works is there.
I don't think the Vice helps you an awful lot versus a Phoenix Neon. That's the issue.
Yeah, I guess the Phoenix in addition. I think the Neon, obviously, in my head, it sticks out as something they could potentially work towards. But I guess the proof's in the pudding, right? Even with the fact that Team Liquid obviously would like to be the masters of their own fate here. Trying to get that lock in towards playoffs. NAVI in their way. Let's see how they make this composition look. Let's see if they can make it look convincing enough. Already a nice little pop flash, but a lovely slow down of things there. And actually, I think that was a bit of a rough stun coming through, but still a little bit of a trade back and forth. And a 3-2 end result until the swing. I mean, that pop flash was fantastic, but Miniboo labored, sure. But 3 in the round. Oh, the bar is high.
16 HP left. Hero and Ruxic very healthy on the other side of this and just will wait here to force a decision out of Miniboo. Does have a bit of space. I mean, he can slip away, but doesn't have concrete info on what lies in wait.
Yeah, I guess the cross is available, right? You'd have to go into the unknown, but I guess not better the devil,
out
you know.
of earshot.
Yeah, so good stuff from him. It's that 16 HP. If he had to touch more, I'd be a little more on board. But 16 leaves very little room for error. Left. So with the plant in place, Miniboo puts a little bit more pressure on NAVI. Now, I quite like this, though. At least going to deny some adjustment in the post-plant. But obviously, this is blind assumptions from NAVI working their way back in.
Needs the first 4-3 in this situation.
Oh, yeah.
If Miniboo wants to convert this, like I said, it will be an ace. Unorthodox plant for him as well.
Yeah, this position, even the box spam at this point, I'm so concerned, but the first has to be perfect. A chance! Oh. It had to be absolutely picture perfect. It sadly wasn't for him, but for NAVI, they get what they needed. And it just felt like that stop of the waterfall out from kind of, I guess, Hookah really kind of hindered the round this.
Yeah, the stun just preventing very quick transition towards sight. You know, at that point, unfortunately, I mean, Clark just goes crazy with the frenzy here, almost catching the final kill as well. Took Miniboo a while to actually
That's why it was on 16 HP.
Yeah, the headshot does land for Clark.
That's where you get the frenzy, baby. That's where you get the frenzy, baby.
A little bit split here, sure, for the diffuser. Chance for me to find that first kill for free that we're talking about. Unfortunately, Ruxic, too sharp for him today.
Lovely beginning for Miniboo as well, because he's someone that I've just perpetually kept my eye on in his up and down performances. He felt like a bit of a blunt instrument at times, a little bit too one-dimensional for me, but if he gets off to a good start here, love to see how he flourishes throughout this. As obviously coming into this, he's going to be setting himself up to, I say, succeed. But they're close on this. Comeback might be dead here. Fortunate enough to be able to fall away, but only for a second goes back in. Oh, stop it! What was that for? Comeback! I thought you were a little over the line, but how wrong I was. Is it going to be all 5? We said there had to be an ace last round.
Ruxic, that's foul.
That's
that
a yellow
is
card.
foul.
That's a yellow right there.
Able to clean up a second round here. And going absolutely crazy with the scope.
Criminal to get away with.
I mean, Camo actually gets the first. Yeah, it's Hero that falls behind here. Come back to want to actually take the initial flash.
Just untouchable, man.
And the stars align for him.
I see you, baby boy.
Baby boy.
Not a big fan of that.
It's not for you,
It's
is
that
it?
team synergy. You have to be.
You got to be.
You got to be part of the system to understand that.
Well, I can't recover from that.
Wait,
I mean, it felt like they got caught.
He was in no man's land
it was
there.
caught in between a weird idea, right? Now, I quite like this stall again, buys a couple of seconds for rotation, but there's the value of the Vice utility, at least slowing things down here, allowing that tip of the spear to somewhat be blunted. I'm sure that phrase will be said a fair amount, but again, a bonus for NAVI.
Chance here, obviously, Clark down to 8 HP. Liquid in a good position now, 4 standing, to potentially find their first, deny the bonus, and we'll freeze for a moment. Cut sound, and this sort of situation you look towards, Nats, maybe to find some value. It's a wide open sight on the other side. All 3 members of NAVI, and well, at least here, bait out the wall, and bait a peek out of Hero on the other side.
I still quite like what Clark's doing, but now I feel like it's a touch too behind the curve. And if it's not overthought, this should be simple stuff for Liquid. Ruxic does get a recovered rifle.
30 seconds
no one's
left.
quite watching this yet.
And Cloak's going to have a ton of space to play into here. Nats is watching this angle, but actually bested here.
Potentially a mini-map moment. It didn't look like Nats even got a shot back in that. Oh, Wayne, so close. Now you got to look towards seeing what Ruxik's doing. The flash good, going to confirm attendance towards short side of things. But Ruxik needs to be the one to kind of, I guess, shoulder a great deal of this. Has to go through the motions. A little bit of chip, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, tag onto Wayne.
Yeah, fantastic. Again, going to have to get the heal going. Any more is really big damage, and Ruxik could apply some pressure.
Poison's off.
Still, the post plant should be solid. I mean, Wayne, I imagine, does have the molly, and it's fine. Camo clean with it on the way through. First found for Liquid.
And Camo just one away from the ultimate. I mean, last time, I believe versus Heretics, it was like 4 ultimates in the first half for Camo, able to really snowball that first ult cycle. And looking to maybe get that online here, potentially. The first buy round for NAVI. Good way to offset that. Good way to break some of these setups from Hero as well. Already seeing probably Liquid have to make an adjustment in terms of where that setup is going to be. Deal with some of the utility. I mean, as I said, yeah, if it goes unchecked and late round, that's where it can have impact versus this sort of composition. But I've got to argue Liquid probably starting to figure things out in that regard. Mini boot already, ultimate online for him. Come back looking to get aggressive here on short behind this wall. It might just be caught off guard by Camo.
Yeah, concise work from Camo as well. Really, really clean so far. Hitting shots. And also got his ult ready to go. So that's a huge space taker.
By the way, Filu has made a huge adjustment on his monitor. I never usually see him that close. It is, look at that. that's the Angel prep. He's been really mentoring. That's the one-to-one mentoring in effect there. I thought misremembering, but that's so much closer than last time I saw it.
We're going to have to get VAR on that. We'll get the replay team to get it going. Going to shoulder up nice and close, but lovely spacing. That's what I love seeing here. Fundamental work from Nats, really, really solid. Not going to waste that ult coming through. Takes the space, takes the player. They've had a pick basically on both sides of the map. And it's both aggressive positions coming out from the Na'Vi side, not really allowing Hero to shine in this. Too far back to have much of a real say of things. So that side control is going to be theirs. They've already pulled that rotation. Yeah. This is simple stuff.
Nats has already got the benefit of timing here. We'll find a kill to boot. Just Hero left now in a 1v4. I think we're going through the motions here. Get themselves an orb as well. I don't think really in a position to have a say in this. I mean, come back and Filu sitting at 1,100 credits elsewhere, pretty tapped out, but do have comebacks ultimate to offset that potentially. They do want to maybe invest a little around this saved rifle. Well, if he's going to be able to. You can see Nats there on the X-ray already.
He's not a mile away.
Yeah, he's putting some steps in already.
Getting his count up. Hero, though, correctly navigating away from that space, but I don't know if Nats is going to really get to it in time. He might do. Spike is ticking away, but Hero, yeah, should be fine. Look at Nats kind of course over towards spawn, but lovely starts from Liquid. I mean, Camo on these entries has been pretty solid. And Nats again on that spacing. It's lovely to see. It's not particularly flashy Valorant at this point, but it's the fundamentals that get you the rounds.
As well as even in the rounds where Camo's burning his ultimate, I mean, sometimes he's pulling off 3Ks. It's just multi-kill after multi-kill last week versus Heretics. But it's the timing of what's going on, bigger picture-wise, for Na'Vi to deal with, right? You see the Phoenix ult on one side, and then Mini Boost sliding into lamps on the other. And again, they're winning out, as you said, on both sides of the map. It just causes so much chaos for Na'Vi to react to. You see a Bucky invested upgraded pistols. Comeback does have a shield, so... Well, though, that's the better of Nats on the first one.
Yeah, still pretty solid. If Ruxik gets play, then this could be something special from Ruxik. Taking down Camo as well. Lovely stun from Comeback. And of course, you're going to invest that ult now. Seems so much more valid at this point as Purpo overwhelmed. That was fantastic from Na'Vi. Hero always worth his weight in gold, but the support system right there as well.
Maybe a little disrespectful from Liquid, looking to just roll onto site here, seemingly with no resistance, but maybe a little complacent here. Great catch from Hero onto Nats. And again, Rooksik able to find this first kill and actually double down onto Camo. Camo's desperate to police that weapon, get that trade as quickly as possible.
Becco,
Unfortunately, then
Hero, my Turkish demons, baby.
the stun landing perfectly.
But not Baby Boy.
Not Baby Boy this time.
Changing it up. But all right,
Speaking of changing it up,
okay, talk to me.
a Nats operator to again try and catch somebody off guard. Have come back on the other side with an op of his own, so maybe an indicator of things slowing down potentially for NAVI on this defensive side. This position towards showers right now, Nats on short. Desperately trying to punish this this orb on B long. Molly burnt out pretty early though from Filu. Timing on that orb was perfect.
Okay.
A ton of sound here though for NAVI to potentially make a decision on.
But I need to see Filu play this right. He's still got the setup there. Kind of wanted to challenge by the wall, make sure they commit fully. It's not just going to be wasted and cleared for free. So this one, I do think they have got at least a bit of information. Those Seekers look a little confused as to where to go, but they did get to work. Yeah. But I think, if anything, even though just 2, maybe 3 players at most were here, it is going to indicate the bulk of the forces are coming this way. Rooksik already falling. Means that NAVI in this hold gets weakened drastically. I'm looking towards comeback. I'm looking towards Cloric to try and play this right. Create a pinch out of nowhere.
They still know that Showers is unchecked.
30 seconds.
Who should be on that? He is. Checkmate, easy work for him. Comeback's position becomes irrelevant. And the other 3 are so far behind the curve now.
Really tough to break back through here. Luckily, Cloric did escape with his life. So at least a 3v5 here, but will require a miracle to get back onto site. And already you can see the call being made to give this one up. Great awareness from Liquid as well. I mean, the pressure coming onto site, even Camo forcing Cloric a little deeper. And still, you're seeing eyes trained towards Showers.
Yeah,
great control of the situation from them.
Yeah, so comprehensive, and you kind of see the full package of what Team Liquid can be. If you get your kind of Miniboo and Camo on those entries, they get you that site control, that first stepping stone there. You could see it in the post-plant statistic on the screen for just a second, up in the 70% once they get to it. So it could be a really kind of two-front problem for anyone facing them. It's incredibly hard. Do we try and deal with those pretty solid entries with the composition they have, or do we try and play retakes? There is no easy answer to that. For now, though, we are at 3 apiece. Alt-wise, still going to have Rooksik there, Miniboo on the other side, Purpo as well, and it looks like that kind of full hand for Liquid is on the way.
Obviously, to follow that, obviously, investment already came from Navi's side, so outside of the pit, probably a little behind the curve for where you'd want to be at a 3-3 scoreline. Liquid will spread thin once more. Probably send out some of these probes, one being Miniboo, over towards B long here, posturing up, trying to create as much presence as he can. The other side, though, another variation of the setup here from Hero to potentially catch somebody looking to challenge towards this position.
I quite like the versatility so far.
Oh my God, it's Nats with the op though.
But lazy on the repetition, maybe feeling he was going to get away with it, and unawares that an operator could be in play. But again, to go for that double jump spot, risky.
Yeah, Cloric's not going to know that he's this close.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you everything, that flash, but he's being cautious about this, already falling away to sight. But Nats now on the entries, just slow clearing through the map. Sadly for comeback, potentially next on the block, but you've got to feel like the judge should be pretty well equipped at handling pressure, even with the Seekers, even with all that util.
Rooksik's taking the TP though.
Here we go.
They have a good understanding of what the setup was on A. With that TP sound, Liquid know they can quick pivot.
That's a lovely call. Lovely mid-rounding on that. They found the weak spot. Even at this 4v4, they found a completely absconded site. Plant now in play.
Spike planted.
Liquid with 4 up. And look at this deeper work coming out from Nats here. Camo sent further forward, and the statistic up to the 70s. Now looking to grow even further in the post-plant. Filu, Rooksik, and Cloric, if you're not winning in the opening, it's cancel.
A beautiful call here. Again, you get that pick on the A site, and Navi is so eager to try and bail out comeback. As soon as the Seekers get popped, I mean, it's difficult for the judge to really do anything. And it's how quickly Liquid can actually pivot into the A site that's impressive, even going as far as getting this pit set up into pipes. You can see Camo not expected on that closer angle behind the pit even. Looking going to go hunting. He's only 2 away from the ultimate once more. Yeah, Na'Vi will look to hold on to these rifles. Hero sitting at 3,200. Comeback will be struggling, but I imagine they can spread the funds a little bit here.
Should Camo have hunted then, potentially? 2 away from
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you know...
a death or a kill is one closer. It's...
he has money. I don't know. Being a little pedantic, I guess, at that point. But also, what do we make of this Nats operator? Now, I know he's talented all around.
Those 7 kills will be like
man.
at a point in the round where it's like he's catching somebody, rotating away from sight and creating a gap. It's always the same for Nats.
Well, let's see if there's a solution in mind for Na'Vi. Oh, well, there was. Right in between them, in between the wickets. Sadly for comeback, couldn't quite pick his target.
I thought you were going to make a grass and a wicket joke there, but Nats on the other side here trying to get some info over the top of the smoke. Haven't necessarily got a different variation of the setup once more, but haven't got a good feel for, I guess, some of the second and third setups for Hero here over towards B-Long. Saw previously Filu with the molly looking to capitalize behind one of those deep smokes. And again, just no round is the same for Na'Vi to kind of make decisions on in terms of who they see and where. Again, Miniboo's not here, posturing towards B-Long. Some round's going to be potentially Purpo. Although the spike is rotating this way, and Nats, as we were just discussing, got himself into one of those spots that doesn't necessarily need the op, but he can potentially find a kill.
That's a different sort of start, though. And there's the correct sort of stall. Now you look towards Nats. Does he get potentially a pick here, something to play with? Na'Vi have to play incredibly... Oh, my God. Oh, you're kidding me. You're
my
kidding me.
God.
You're absolutely kidding me.
He saw the rifle, saw the operator stick out there. He must have done.
Surely you're not going to be... I mean, yeah, I'd love to see it from his POV, because Camo, Wayne, and Miniboo now up against it numerically even further with that as Camo falls. First time they had been given those opportunities, those play-ins later into the round. Great positioning from Hero over towards Long. You saw that utility really stalling things out and comeback working with it. This time it worked out. They had a bit of discipline committed in mind. Don't allow Nats that sort of work. But again, him falling there, Mike, felt just a little unfavorable.
Yeah, I mean, it always takes a couple of rounds for teams to probably adjust to what Nats is doing, right? And this perfect example here, they just wait, think, there we go.
What's that then?
No more.
Of course it's that skin as well. It's the dragon sticking out.
I can't make any appropriate jokes.
No, I can't.
There's not a single appropriate joke.
I'm in big trouble.
Dude, I've already had a week off, man. I can't come back and drop that in my first Skyfall. Speed
Comeback
and
lands the shot this
pace.
time, though.
Yeah, and I like that. A really nice start to things. Very versatile. Previously, it was over towards Showers. This time, over towards B-Long. Now doesn't need to overdo it, right? I want to see him sit back a bit more patient, play on that different line, and he's doing that here. Needs to be careful, though, because it is the master at work.
Audio cue given away towards Long here. Still going to try and stick this landing. Orbital strike invested here, feeling good for the first. Purpo trades out.
Yeah, but Nats again finds comeback. It's that little value he finds to create security, potentially for this post-plant. In an even 3v3, you look towards the ults here as well, though. That at least sits with Na'Vi. Can Rooksik or potentially Hero find an opportunity?
Look at how far Nats away is. He's not going to be affected by the ult if they do invest it.
Well, let's see. Gonna have to cause some level of movement here. Wayne, no molly, unless that's already been sent through. That's as well. Util burnt somewhat here, so down to the really thinner things. An opportunity calling. Nats denying. Two in the round.
Was that a headshot, Cleric?
Yeah, we're going to have to watch that one back. He goes bounding in. It's now on Wayne in a 1v2. On the spike. Oh, the position just might be the end of it. Not guessing. Can't get it right here. Rooksik. He went off the defuse. He could have sat it on that one, but he's got the job done in the end. It's a little close, but just fine with a lovely amount of seconds left. What was that shot?
It looked like Nats caught a headshot on Gloric on that jump spot on the back of sight.
It's a quick replay, there's a chance. The replay ops are excited.
That would have been absolute filth if he was given the kill for that. Like, actually one of the most disgusting flicks.
Welcome to my
Oh, no, I think it was just the... No, he was already low HP.
Okay. Well, I don't know, man.
One enemy remaining.
I'm still not... I'm looking at the other screen over there. Like,
And kill them.
you know what? I'll let him have it. I'll lie with confidence. Don't think I won't. I'll do it. At this point, though, we come back through at 5-4. It's still a very close sort of look here between these two. Camo, with that ult to play with, going to opt to try and clear through long, and you could already see that Navi want none of that. Thor, it could be... Oh, no, close. Oh, the catch from the ult. That is foul.
The perfect counter. Camo removed it.
That's so sick.
Liquid have slipped the net, though. Not sure if anybody's noted up towards site here. Hero and Rooksik still on task, though. Well, hang on. They've swapped places.
Oh, Miniboo just got Hero. Quick trade for Rooksik. This is getting a bit sketchy here. I'm surprised he's still alive. But he's how is he threaded that needle? I thought there was support here. I thought Wayne was with him. Left alone. Caught off guard, sure, because I probably didn't expect to be baiting his teammate. But for Wayne, I guess he was already expecting maybe a plant or security on the site at that point. But Nat's now taking the longer way around. But Filu's timing.
Gonna be heard.
Nats.
Nats is looking this way.
Nats.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, that's all good. All good in the end. A little risky, but Wayne now 1v3.
Tap onto the spike here. Only 20 seconds left to play with, so unless somebody overpeaks on this first tap, it's going to be difficult now. Still one disconnected from this. Catching a stun here from comeback.
It doesn't feel good. Go on, Wayne. Hit a worldy shot.
I've seen a Wayne clutch in a while.
I feel like it was kind of won and lost there. Oh,
Taken down.
You got me back. You lost me. But for Filu, happy enough with that. NAVI, I'm still quite on board with what we're seeing at the moment. I'm quite liking it.
We were able to whittle away some of these last few rounds, probably getting a better grip on how Liquid want to play out some of these slower rounds, particularly here, the great good read on Camo, who's trying to deny some info by kind of shift walking up in the ult. But again, just teed up for the perfect counter.
Instant mute, man.
Yeah. Oh. You see here where Rooksik and Miniboo trade places, but Rooksik finding two crucial kills to basically stop this from still going in Liquid's favor.
Yeah, that was a massive over-delivery from him. And a little bit of frustration on the Liquid side there.
Nice, boys. Woohoo!
Look at the timeline as well. It's a ton of diffusals going through in Navi's favor. So certainly rounds that Liquid are getting into the position where they statistically are delivering. Navi able to offset that very well here on Bind.
Oh, is that comeback going walkabouts? See, I love this though. You get a little bit of a stack towards that B site, aggression through showers, but it just really hinges also on Hero playing his life well enough here. And he's, ooh, I thought he had Miniboo on that one as well, but by now, surely the plan's kind of understood, right? You've got pressure down B long. I'm surprised he didn't rotate earlier towards B. Maybe you're aware of a lurk. There's still Nats around. Of course, he could be anywhere at this point. But you look at the way the map is, Navi have a good sort of space-taking approach in this. It doesn't leave much for Liquid to feel secure about, but at this point, Liquid probably happy enough with the site.
The plant here to Purpo.
Spike planted.
And still got a molly for Wayne. Come back, like I said, the awareness is going to be there.
Yeah.
A clearance through showers.
The
second player on this flank to pressure towards Wayne, though.
Timing has to be on the money in my mind if Navi want to make this look threatening. It's great to be able to get these sort of unorthodox positions, but if Nats' attention is purely focused on you, you probably would have won it. But actually, Rooksik perfectly fine in that one. Shoulders it well, takes the longer route. Does he expect the additional body out the back? That's going to be Wayne there. Purpo handles it. Navi clearing house. Wayne last one alive, and he can't really challenge on that defuse happening. Navi, exceptional game plan there. I loved it from start to end, if I'm honest, which is not a sentence I thought I'd ever say.
Their ability to slow this map down already causing real issues for Liquid, whether not being rewarded with a free opener or just Miniboo and Camo able to pressure towards some of these setups here, particularly on A side, actually, since I've seen a pivot towards kind of an A favor.
Nice. Let's go.
Navi have just won out.
I'm manipulating everybody.
But again, it's the map control I'm loving. I love what Navi are doing. And I know it's basic, I know it's protocols, but how many times are we saying, where are the fundamentals? And right here, we're seeing it. And I have never been excited for a Navi game, but if this is the new look, I am up for it. Now, at this point, you can already see that little check-in on Comeback's impact. You've got to keep that in mind. This man is a bit of a gunner. And early pressure. Camo going to get the first, though. This has been a good indicator for the Liquid side and getting these sites under control. And then you look at that Nats layering, punishing those rotations. What was working earlier?
We held here outside. Long for the time being. Still Couple of players to overcome. They're stacked up here. I mean, Comeback's got to judge up close and personal here.
Oh, no.
Actually take a little bit of damage there from the wall.
Ooh.
I've got your trail.
And the Seeker on top. Ah, the timing, man. Just got a little greedy, wanted it all, wanted the stun to work out. But he's got his boys on the site, and Rooksik handles it with ease. Lovely synergy, lovely work on the utility, but still, they've got it back down to the three-piece, but you've got to look on the other side of the map. You've got to expect that
That's
there's
the
been
catch.
a bit of pressure, and here's the almost anti-lurk right on the other side of things, but that's better. NAVI starting to put together the pieces. Purple on Wayne now, it becomes predictable and readable. They have a passive and a well-positioned hold from Hero, and the other two can just slowly make their way closer. Still util to clear. There's going to be the peak. It's
30
Purple
seconds
looked
left.
confused how to deal with a
Spike
Vice,
down
but I
A.
guess he had to at 25 seconds, but I'd like to see them go together. Wayne now going to try and pick up the pieces, but he's the only one left.
And exactly the sort of situation I was talking about earlier. Going unchecked this long, late round, that utility pays off massively. Rooksik
Spike planted.
should catch Wayne before he can fully reset here. There'll be 8 on the half for NAVI, and a beautiful recovery where Liquid ultimately had the upper hand in terms of the approach, in terms of the pace, in terms of winning out those opening engagements. NAVI slow this down perfectly.
And it wasn't just slow, it wasn't just boring. In my mind, I saw map control, I saw heads-up adjustments, so you don't want to miss how this ends.
Enemy spike planted.
Attacking side. A couple of rounds, I think probably the examples you were looking for when you were saying excited to see the Vice. Again, this is the sort of application you want to see. I think Miniboo probably, in some of the rounds, could have done a little more in terms of pressuring, maybe setting things up on the other side of the map, but I don't know that's really going to pay off for them here on the defense. Obviously, statistically, Liquid have been better. 62% attack win rate on Bind, so tracking way behind that here, but 55% on the defense, definitely not out of the woods just yet for NAVI.
No, they've still got their work cut out, and the map is getting smaller whether they know it or not. Luckily, NAVI moving at a decent enough pace to be able to take towards side, but who's giving
They're here so early.
eyes to this? I think Hero took a very quick glance, but I mean, it is just a quick glance.
Planted.
That's better though, takes a second look, invests utility, Purpo is going to be cleared. He was the one real player on that CT side. There is the additional body of Nats over towards Heaven, but at this point you're kind of looking at what Wayne and Camo can do, and how dare I take my eyes off Nats, I guess. 3v3. And Liquid have cleared front sight, so pretty indicative of where these remaining players reside.
Look at the plant.
But yeah, you're right. It is. Oh, and I think Hero just, again, that reposition, making it uncomfortable, but the defuse is going to be the problem that they couldn't. Oh, what is that, Camo? Yeah, that was clean. That was very nice. And it felt like a really well-made plan, but just couldn't stick the landing.
But even here with the plant location, I mean, Hero has to kind of make massive moves here. And I'm not saying he should have just barreled through this wall, but allowing passage from Liquid towards backside, especially when Nats is then noted up towards Heaven. At that point, somebody from NAVI has to make a decision. Again, the smoke comes down. It's a bring smoke as well. That's lasting for an eternity
Yeah,
in a
forever.
post plant.
Nice, Camilo! Let's go!
Yeah, beautiful cleanup from Camo. Well invested round 2 purchase here.
Farming.
Liquid
Double
link
flash.
position.
Oh, it was so nice, but I think they ate it anyway. Okay, well done to swarm it, I guess. But for Liquid, they've got Purple here, so shouldn't really be, I don't want to say too much of a problem, but he's playing it well. He's not going to try and outstay his welcome. Hero. Okay. Hero, you're not meant to hit that, bro.
shot,
You're not meant
that
to hit
shot
that, bro.
was
Like, that's-
filthy.
What is that? I don't think, like, surely you can't even really mean it at that point.
No. So
I'm
Camo
not
at the
having
end of
it.
the last round, I was like, okay.
I'll have one of those.
Yeah, I'll have one of those.
I'll have a go. Yeah, show me the shot that was here. I like the double flash there, though. You know what I mean? Like the sky flash going in and the Vice flash on top. It's kind of nice. Where is it?
Why is Hero's headshot not in this reel?
Don't you?
That's crazy. No love for that.
Find the weak
Wow, replay team. I'm your biggest fan, and you're doing this to me on my first day back? Huh. That's crazy work from you guys.
Still the remnants of that purchase
scout just
on display here from Liquid. But it is only 2 Bulldogs. Going to try and have to make some moves to capitalize on this at a disadvantage. Miniboo will do just that. Rooksik found comfortably here. Hero noted as well. You don't want to overstay your welcome. Camo's charging you down.
Yeah, I just think he was just out of that sound sort of area where he couldn't quite hear it. Wayne up close, so this time trying to shoulder up much better. Lovely individual read. What a lovely bit of work from Wayne then. After being pretty much overrun, takes the riskier side of things as Filu. Yeah.
Yeah, left to consider
Yeah,
a pretty poor set of decisions here. It will take an ace if he wants to convert this. And Miniboo will be the first to find. He's got plenty of time on the clock left to, I was going to say, make something happen, do some damage, but he's going to save. Love to see it.
Standard Navi attacking side round, if, you know.
If you're any
counting the
historians in
seconds.
chat. I do love this, and it's something I was talking about on the desk last week with Liquid. I don't know how you feel about this. I did do a desk in episode. Back in Santiago, we were having the conversation about Liquid kind of straying away from this ethos. They were like, yeah, we just, Miniboo, 100% win rate on Neon. We're going to carry that into Santiago. We're going to be crazy and get in their faces. Didn't see it in Santiago, and they kind of drifted away from that. This is the sort of round you'd expect to see with that approach, as finally, Filu cleaned up here and in-zone flawless. How do you feel in terms of Santiago? I don't necessarily want to say that was the issue, but they felt a bit bullied in some matchups that, with the approach they'd adopted, I felt like they should have fared a bit better. And it wasn't down to, I mean, Miniboo struggled numerically, but I don't think his performance was any worse.
No, I think when I look at Liquid, it has been the identity crisis of what do we want to be. Pardon?
Huh?
Was that a judge impression there? It wasn't a great one.
Nah.
But I think it's been a bit of an identity crisis when they don't quite cut a clean figure in either category. And I would say even if they did lean back on that Miniboo explosive style where a little bit kind of faster and loose, hold on, anything. Nah,
Everyone's blind.
It's fine. All good. Then I think you would have been outdone by teams who are better at it anyway, but I would like to have seen them try a bit more. Stick a little bit true to that identity. Camo? Farming?
Spike
With
down
us?
A.
Nah. Okay, now, how do we feel about Rook in a 1v3 post-plant? How are we feeling?
Got a clean plant.
Yeah.
Miniboo's not going to be able to get close enough to that. Purpo coming through on the flank here. No snake bite, but does have a shield. Pretty good now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Isolate Purpo, that's the first obstacle.
Timing's off. He's doing the around the world though, it's a classic. A vintage play.
Not now. I'm not feeling good about it.
He's top fragging though. Ooh, it's, wow, I saw a world. I saw a world. I was on board for a whole second then. Yeah, I mean, but now Liquid have done exactly what's required. And this is when you kind of look towards that pedigree as well. You look towards their confidence and comfort too, and you're going to start seeing these ults starting to hit here. This is the caliber of team that I can kind of look towards. I feel like Navi, at least on the first half, did have something in mind, right? They did have a very clear look to what they wanted to achieve. I don't know if we're going to see it here. It kind of depends a little bit more on that synergy with comeback, that ability to implement him well and that kind of scaling up, right?
And I guess early on, Liquid have kind of planted the seed. They're going to be very aggressive here, pressure towards that backline, that deep default. Whether or not Navi make the same decision in terms of slowing things down they did in the first half, a little. I'm going to be honest, a little harder to do here. If Liquid can just take parts of the map away, it can become suffocating very quickly on Bind, where you're forced into potentially an awkward judge in hookah, or and this is a byproduct. They're ready to just flood a site here, and obviously have the Seekers to invest here or go one side of the map or the other.
They wrong.
Do actually regroup here on A. We'll leave Miniboo on an island. At least deals with the dog. There's the lurk gone.
I'm just a little bit scared for Miniboo who's being, I don't want to say aggressive going for that jump spot, but it's a risky look. Trying to stall things out, maybe just trying to posture that he's, you know, more than what's there.
He was so close to getting out there.
I thought he might have, but he's still got a shorty. Speaking of shorties, I thought comeback had that, but Camo did pop the ult, and now it gets a little chaotic. Zeke's coming in, just about every ult can be invested, but a little bit of a blind shot there from Chloric, but Miniboo on the clean up. There's Nats.
Heads up from Miniboo as well to get out of dodge there at the right time. Allow this flood approach to really, really find value. And look at the timeline. It's 5 unanswered here in the second half.
Give us a timeout, Angel.
They're going to need to at least take a breath here. I mean, Liquid haven't called a single one. They were happy, potentially, with the 8-4, at least in terms of their execution. And they're coming down to, I don't want to say coin flips, but some of those where it's like, we didn't win that fight, so the knock-on effect is not finding the round, at least in terms of the game plan. Pretty happy overall with the approach.
You've made plans, you had everything in mind. You'd spent hours in the server. And they just don't listen. It's just not like Prak. We're just not playing our own game. And then he's just throwing chairs. That's what I'm after here. So if anyone could get onto that, that'd be great.
Script writers, hope you're listening.
Yeah, have a word. As it is, though, going to be hard to make work with stingers, is my takeaway here.
At least drop a pit here to try and scale out a hookah.
Okay. Well.
Again, an ability to probably backstab here, but... Oh, it's Monster Dog! Miniboo still around the kill!
How did Miniboo get them? Were you still watching Miniboo just in case, or was it just simply luck? The pop flash is, I was going to say perfect, but actually they're able to shoulder it, and Na'Vi kind of even the score up. It's 3 apiece, and I don't quite understand how we're here, but...
They are dumping investment into this round. Seekers as well on top here. Still Camo in a position to hold down the fort at A site.
And he's played this calm. He's played it cool. And he might have just played it absolutely on the money. Camo, oh, I thought he might have been on for it. Comeback's considering going for a swing, but at this point, Floric's out of there.
Are they going to expect Wayne here this early, though?
I think they could beat Wayne at least on the drop. Yeah, they have, so Marn could be in play.
Wayne's not going to challenge wisely.
30 seconds left.
Comeback still relying on the Sheriff here, and you've got the Stinger. 11 HP now, though.
Healing over here. Out of healing.
Done the best you can with what you have. 2v3,
One
and Camo
enemy
feels
remaining.
inevitable, doesn't he? Doesn't really matter which side it comes down. Chloric is going to try and at least isolate on that CT side. Nats gets there. I mean, how's he done that one? But still, at this point, I'm a bit worried about Na'Vi, Michael. I got excited.
I mean, I can understand here, potentially it's like the pick gets invested, they're able to actually trade out 2 kills favorably, even though Purpo still found one. Go on.
Michael, they've not won a round.
No, they haven't. No.
It's been 6.
Yep. It's been a bit of a drought. At least here, it's like they're stacking their chips on a round. They feel like they can. But again, they're then forced to call an audible away from A. It's not even really Wayne that's the issue there.
No.
He's there early enough, sure, but doesn't challenge. Unfortunately, like I said, it's still a Sheriff. Comeback takes a ton of spam. He can't post up aggressively in that situation.
Nat's back on an op.
Nat's back on an op. What did I say earlier? When he's sitting at like 8 and 10, right? That's when you're still just like, yeah, the kills he's finding are still like super valuable.
Yeah, it's that's
different scenario for sure, but
that's how I imagine myself, and it's such a lie. I'm like, the 7 I get though are really good. This time, Comeback's actually got things started, so stop it! There's normally like there's this thing, you know,
the one he gets is valuable.
They're really
it's the old pop from Comeback.
How's he done that? Was it? Did he see him? Was it just on the smoke? Was it just on the audio? I don't really care. It was nice. There's been a lot of those of how's he done it. Miniboo's completely outdone Philo on the back line, so definitely won't expect Purpo here as well. Hero is being baited in. Hook line and...
hook line and got both of them.
Yeah, he got off the line. Hero somehow still standing. Nats once again asked to do pretty much unthinkable things, which he seems to be able to do all the damn time. But Rooksik looking for chances. And this time he's found it. Rooksik making it work with a little help from Hero.
Absolutely crucial that Hero finds both of those kills to really sway this back in their favor. Opener onto Camo. That's just...
No.
He did not see him. Confirmed.
Guys, I can just see what's behind me. It better be. I've been told it's a mistake. If you see anything in the player cams,
mind your own business.
Yeah, keep it down. All right.
It will be a liquid timeout, the first to be called here.
It's all good, you didn't even see
investment previously in that attempt to convert a lesser purchase. Now just have the orbital strike for Philo. And not going to have anything else on probably in the next round or two, unless somebody goes crazy. Snakebite sent through here towards B. Will land.
Look at the observers trying harder now. Called you out on the replay and now you're putting in some work. I see you. I see you. It's not the same people, but I like to just make a scene. For now, though, you can see the Na'Vi have been given a little bit of a clear-cut avenue in towards the A site. The problem is that Liquid are going to be aware of that. They're standing just outside of it. And Camo there to support. The second that Miniboo backed away, he was there to backfill the space. It was perfect. Now Miniboo invested the ult. Feels a little kind of fruitless at this point, but as it stands, they hold the site.
Able to stop that from developing immediately. Philo now stuck in a weird spot, spike in hand for him. relying ultimately on Cloric to do the heavy lifting here, because Hero still looking elsewhere, expecting a flank to come through because of the conditioning here from Team Liquid. Well, he's right.
He certainly... Oh, Hero.
Good catch on Miniboot.
I was like, well, you're probably not going to be able to do that more than once. Hero's up for a go for it, apparently.
Surprised not to see some aggression onto the
left.
spike tap there. Maybe just a slower reaction or waiting still to take advantage of the head count here.
I'm happy enough to wait for him to try back. I mean, you can see why! Camo is such a sick aimer, honestly, and they found the other player, right? They found at least one more. Cloric now noted. Hero would have been considered too. Camo's on an absolute tear. Waiting to shut down everything, but it's fine. Liquid on to back and then some. Cool, I saw what you did, Ruxic. Brilliant, nice round, Hero. I'll go get you 4. We'll go up even more rounds.
Come out there here, Hero. Only one off his ultimate, so maybe a silver lining here, but Liquid up to 11. Camo just looks so sharp
Yeah.
in a couple of these situations today. So already making a name for himself, flexing onto the Phoenix. Again, just come back to that timeline. It's just the one blip along the way in Navi's favor. 8-4 half, should I need to remind you. To start bind here. Liquid now on the brink. And look at the money behind this for Navi as well. And that one anomaly almost hurts the loss bonus to keep the ball rolling.
Oh, that was an ambitious comeback. At least it sets up for a trade.
Well,
And
sets up
Ruxic's,
Ruxic's brute force
you're not
here.
meant to get 2 on that either. Like, I'll give you 1 on the trade, but the second is wild to be given. But with Camo still alive and his aim being as sharp as it is, my eyes are still on this round. Not going to come in.
Here.
4 players,
Spike
though,
planted.
to the good for Na'Vi. Miniboo quick to the case, however, and not been checked on.
Hero's
just
looking elsewhere.
Yet. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Oh!
It's a nightmare coming to life here. Cloric having to fight for some space. Pops the Seekers, desperate for some security. As Miniboo's taken side control, Wayne by side, does outdo Cloric, and Miniboo's there. Completely unexpected, lovely on the position, and perfect on the punish.
Kenny's able to get on this angle deep enough before Filu checks to find the second on the top of the box. A risky position in a post-plant situation where there isn't contact coming from anywhere else. Yeah, just catches Ruxic completely off guard. Cloric, unfortunately, I mean, does his best in this situation. Seekers don't really benefit them here.
Nice, let's go!
Maybe just as a distraction to apply a little bit of pressure, but Liquid now up to 12. Noted Hero's ultimate previously, but look at the buy here. Gonna need it to strip away some of these weapons to at least make it a fair fight.
And it just feels like if Hero and Ruxic don't find impact, neither do Na'Vi. So Liquid holding all the cards here. Getting aggressive on the smoke. Playing up close to that. Showers control, the primary focus for Na'Vi.
Yeah, no confirmation of presence just yet, but 3 members of Liquid here to try and hold down the A site. As Na'Vi will slide on here, at least now be noted. So Liquid should have a good idea of what's coming.
Nice ult. That could be pretty tough stuff for Miniboo. I imagine still has a shorty, but gonna get himself out of there. Wayne's still sitting pretty, comes back around. And
Spike
Liquid
down
still
A.
dropping more bodies than they're losing. Miniboo's back in action. Camo caught on the flash here, still standing on 6 HP.
One
Goes
enemy
back in for
remaining.
more, sets up the trade, and it is succinct
Defenders
success for Team Liquid. 13-9. This has been a clear-cut affair, Mike. I mean, the first half, it had me going. The second, well, it was
Textbook from
over
Liquid.
in a blink of an eye. I do believe throw it at the wall and see what sticks approach, but we're hoping it's more what you're saying of kind of maybe looking to find their comfort here. We'll see. Judge good with Wayne.
Where are you?
Shocker.
Nice.
Well, they take here towards ramp, come back, and Filu to lead the charge here. Miniboo has backed away. Oh, the next obstacle here, Miniboo looking to go aggressive.
Okay, that felt a little bit desperate at the point of no return, as Wayne should be dead, but he's still standing.
Looks like Confio looking to transition into vents
Oh,
here.
no.
Camo ready and waiting though. Freebie on the first.
Ooh.
Ruxic will find the trade.
Okay, we're still in it. As
All the meanwhile, the Spike has transitioned onto B.
Purpo's just kind of near, but what's he
Spike
meant to do at this
planted.
point? Wait. Call for assistance as Wayne is on the way, but there's an issue. There's a Ruxic. Oh.
First few go missed there, and I'm
It's always the
worried for a
hardest one,
second.
though, man. It's always the hardest one when they're just like backs turned to you. Okay, 2v2, post plant. Purpo's got great kit to actually play with here, but also then you still got Hero ready in a post plant, right? That's kind of layers on layers here, and it gets kind of difficult. Chloric gonna be noted. Not particularly backing
One
away
enemy
either.
remaining.
Actually, Hero's the one to find the shot towards Heaven, leaving Wayne in the 1v2.
One enemy
And,
remaining.
Chloric did just run at him with his knife out, I'm pretty sure there. Luckily, he's got Hero to save the day. So no harm, no foul in the end. NAVI gonna get the first.
And a great catch on the final kill here. Again, even Liquid still not knowing solid numbers on what slipped onto the B site causes Wayne to take his time, and it actually pays off for them.
Yeah.
To catch Ruxic in that situation. Chance here for Camo to completely stop this in its tracks. As Ruxic
enemy
again, a
remaining.
couple of big rounds from him on bind, even in a loss. A
Last
crucial
player
kill to be
standing.
found here in the pistol. Setting Hero up to clean up.
Setting you up, bro. Don't worry. I'm just helping you out. However, do remember what Camo achieved with that weapon not too long ago, so don't write out the round just yet. But by all rights, NAVI have every aspect that they'd need in this. They are going to pretty heavily stack site, but comebacks made quick work of Wayne. He's holding towards that CT side, but does need to clear sight. Nice adjustment. It's Purpo this time, putting on a show. And if they can keep
Well, hang on.
3 alive,
Remaining.
they'd be
Spike
okay.
down A.
It's just Camo. I think he got 3 kills last time.
He did. Very different
This
situation.
one
He
is
has
a
to
bit
break back into sight
different.
at a bit of range. He's already on the X-ray Hero, tucked underneath rafters. So certainly a much tougher task for him this time around.
Yeah, the crossfire should hold this all day. There should be no wiggle room. Because you don't really want to lose any of these guns, especially, obviously, the Vandal.
Or if they don't filter in towards screens here, they smoked it off, so they are going to be coming back his way.
Danger. Oh, dear. Big danger. Big danger. Okay, didn't get too many down, but they will at least lose, I think, 1 rifle, potentially. But, again, you get out with the bulk of what you wanted, and you get a second round.
Wants to maybe springboard off that, but it's going to require some reinvestment here. Beautiful snap there from Hero, actually. Things get really chaotic down on site. Purpo somehow in the thick of things, able to find 2 kills there. That was about the only chance Liquid had, really, to flip that back in their favor, but certainly with an advantage here, looking at the buy. We said it's a Judge back in hand for comeback, and the Bulldog and 2 rifles mini boot able to negate the near site here, punish comeback. An early push into ramp.
Yeah, I mean, the shotgun impact is starting to be really felt at the moment. Again, maybe just part and parcel of having Neon so far towards the top, but even with that in mind, it's kind of become a bit of a mainstay. Now, at this point, 4 players up for NAVI. They have got a couple of rifles here that they'd love to build around, potentially. Middle still very much controlled by Liquid, however, as Nats just takes a look.
Let's catch some info, though. See confirmation behind this with the Prowler sent through. Nats look pretty good for that first placement there at the spray, but Ruxic now looking to challenge onto this Judge. Can be very careful. He's not isolated here. Way ahead of the rotation coming through into sewers. I think Liquid now with a good understanding of where NAVI have shifted their focus.
But I like what Liquid have done as a reaction, right? Sit deeper on the site, make them work a little bit harder, have to re-clear the space with a little bit of haste to the steps and a pivot, perhaps? Building off the blind steps that Hero's taking, this site is not clear. There's still 2 players here, 1 on pillar, 1 CT, and Camo in the off angle, just playing on his aim, and why not when you land shots
Spike
like that?
down,
The
B.
second Sublime, as Ruxic and Philo still have the issue of finding Wayne.
10 seconds left.
I mean, fortune favors Ruxic in this instance, as Wayne gets denied, but he's left on 6 HP.
It's Fila that has to do the heavy lifting here. Nats nearly catching the spam. Now tagged up, going to try and TP back across to try and get to safety here. Ruxic has to find a kill, and he does.
Really nice double swing actually from Na'Vi, making the most of a bad situation, trying to play the odds here, but Filu has to then go above, right? He's got to over-deliver, and he's on for it. He's absolutely on for it. Filu with 2 in the post plant and a Red Bull clutch to boot.
Bonus conversion here for Na'Vi. Off to a flying start on their pick.
Obscuring vision.
Camo unfortunately can't pin down this 3rd kill, unfortunately. Asking a lot of him in that situation. Look at the info that Ruxic just catching inside the poison orb.
1 enemy remaining.
At this point, it's Nats falls and Miniboo.
My ultimate is ready.
Nice clutch up from Filu. Like I said, 3 on the board early for Na'Vi here. Just Sheriff's in hand in Miniboo. Opting for a Bucky. And obviously will be allowed to transition onto a side. Very early plant here. Catch on, and that's not going to work here. Able to slip away behind the wall from the Seas. Nearly a good catch.
I like the idea. Sadly, the execution just not quite there for it. Unfortunate, if anything, but Hero going to be cut off from this. Could potentially get isolated if they go hunting for it. Oh, he's actually got a little cubby. That is brilliant. Again, Hero really heads up work. Just have that little corner to slip into. Doesn't get detected by the Haunt. Now you look towards the site. Comeback's making it tricky for Miniboo to gap close in this, but he's going to find a pretty vulnerable Ruxic here. Miniboo, are you making up for a little bit of a mistake in that previous round? He's certainly put him to work here with Camo falling. Cloric going to fall into the round. I thought there was something to be said there about it. Maybe a miscommunication on side of the fact that CT side was very vulnerable then.
I mean, Ruxic's just out in the open here after comeback. Identifies Miniboo's position, but it's a beautiful
CT, right?
reposition. Yeah, don't worry, Ruxic, I got you. I got you, don't
Enemy
worry.
remaining.
The fact that he then dies to the bucket as well to follow that.
I'll
A
trade
chance to
you.
do some further damage. It's an early time being Miniboo now on the operator. And he's been capitalizing on the judge previously, so he'll be a little more conscious in terms of taking that first engagement. Do see him still positioned towards A, maybe to sniff out the likes of Ruxic or Hero, but not going to have any company on that side of the map, Lauren.
No, what's the goer here? Going to be held at the first hurdle, pretty much. Na'Vi slowed down on their way in with that direct look towards the B site.
Come out, basically, smell the roses there. See, no damage done. Hero tagged down to 10 HP. Forced to reconsider their approach here towards mid. It's Purpo and Camo to hold down the fort. And now it becomes pretty difficult because there's a second player now in the form of Nats ready to capitalize here. Showstopper sent through, doesn't connect though.
I look like it went off mid-air more than anything, but comeback does get the shot on Nats there. And they're just willing to brawl out middle. Na'Vi's coming out the better of this one. Wayne could stop this though. Oh, that was messy. Gets overrun, and Na'Vi should have sight here.
And somehow, some way, still get the benefit onto B site, and we'll get the plant here. Camo tries to get cheeky through the smoke.
Planted.
Has to send the nade out. Force Filu back, but can't capitalize on a kill there. Might just be a save angle, considering Miniboo does have the operator. Really surprised to see that. I mean, the timing looked perfect. Sure, the showstopper doesn't land, but nobody really capitalizing on that pressure. And unfortunately, at that point, still, Na'Vi, the ones to actually secure a transition into B site once more.
I really thought they were going to struggle scaling out
What
B
was that?
main.
Yeah, Hero down at 10 HP, the one walking in that smoke. That's Cloric to find that crucial kill. Well, that's not to say that even if Hero falls there, they can't trade it still, but
No,
he's
but-
able to reset behind Pillar, maybe buy a bit more time for somebody else to provide some support here, but it's 5 on the board for Na'Vi. Liquid's struggles continue. This opening half of Split.
Let's watch this again. It was sad to miss the ult at the start. I don't know where that went, but
Maybe not anticipating it getting posted as deep as maybe should have been. Well, okay, that's the kill. Yeah, okay. I thought Cloric was actually
Like maybe
Ruxic.
second,
I thought
yeah.
Ruxic was Cloric in that situation, but yeah, you can't really fault from finding that kill.
sorry, Wayne.
Yeah, I thought it was the second player out of the smoke that finds it. I was like, yeah, he's bailed Hero out
Fair
massively.
play. Yeah, no, shot in the dark. Brilliant. Happens sometimes. We go back in, and this could start getting pretty rough for Liquid. Have we had a timeout in this map yet?
Yeah, Liquid just called one.
Yeah, so
The previous round. But so that was the one to really benefit from the timeout.
a bit concerning. Do you burn the double? Obviously not this soon, but you got to consider it as 0 to 5. And NAVI here kind of showing off a little in their post plants. Sitting it towards 62, but you can see the value of it already. Maybe the first time is going to find a bit of a free opener. Force the hand on the ult. This speeds up Hero. You can see the want to get involved here. Time to go. Hero, having a look. He sees the trail forward, but Miniboo's finding impact again. Wayne goes down. And now Hero strikes. Timing absolutely on the money. 1v1. Purpo up against comeback. And comeback. The timing and the judge makes it through the wall. Gets, I want to say, an upgrade, but hell, stick with the judge at this point. NAVI continue the march.
It's just brutal on the divide at the end there.
Did they cross over
Yeah,
perfectly?
Purpo's looking to the left side. Just a freak occurrence. I mean, he does so well to find 2 kills in this situation.
I feel like
has to be him that ultimately does the heavy lifting. On the other side, that Hero finding 2. It's just heartbreaking for Purpo. NAVI probably, like they've got away with it there.
He loves a bit of it.
And it is a double timeout called here.
So key. I'd love to see him in the right place some more here. Obviously, easier said than done, right? Like, obviously, you'd love to always be in the right place, but this time, again, is here. Dangerous scenario to start in. Does he have a little bit of help coming out from Purpo, potentially? As it stands. Got to be careful. Got to show some presence, but can't get overrun.
All the way into this here.
Hero, you're mad. Look how deep that goes. He bounds forward. He wants all the space, and comeback follows it up. That's synergy. That's full faith in your teammate for clearing that space off the ult. And NAVI had a plan in mind.
Now will be another early
Spike
plant from
planted.
NAVI on the A site. Liquid, a man down. No ultimates to invest here. Gonna need a miracle to turn this one around. And Ruxic immediately squashing that hope, finding 2 kills. Will be a 3rd for him. Wayne will fall, and it's just Purpo left.
They're clean with it. NAVI looking solid. That looks confidence as well. In-zone flawless from NAVI.
Hero just bounds into the smoke
Literally.
to get maximum value in terms of coverage here from the ultimate comeback on the shorty to further apply pressure. Beautiful stuff from NAVI. Liquid barely getting a look in on some of these faster hits on the A site.
You cannot!
Another very early plant. Now we'll flip the script. They've almost forced Liquid to consider this very pacey hit. Obviously, the buy not going to be here for Liquid, so it's only 2 players to hold down the fort over there. A Bucky and a Sheriff. Actually, Purpo, Sheriff as well, alongside Nats.
The 7-1 enjoyers, though, you put your faith in Miniboo, you put your faith in what they have, and comeback crushes it. Only Nats to really draw blood. This looks all too simple. The NAVI, as Ruxic is just taking names here.
Rounds are
get
so
another, get another.
quick from NAVI, man.
You love to see that.
Again, almost embracing Liquid's approach in terms of that very, very explosive approach. And it's Liquid, the ones that are unable to answer so far here on Split. Come back, a beautiful transition right above his head here. It's so difficult for Camo to find that kill.
Come on! Where are you looking, bro? Hello!
Well, he was looking at you.
Yeah, it was. English sounded
Or maybe
good,
you meant
though,
the first.
actually.
Yeah, English sounded great.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can give it
Heretics.
in English.
Yeah, there you go. He's learned. Now 8-0. NAVI looking on for this. Again, loving the pace change. Super aggressive, confident afterwards. A brutal second half. Wayne with a miracle of a shot through the smoke. And they actually hold on to the front line this time.
Hero tagged down to, I've seen this before, down to around 10 HP. This time a little better, but can't, unfortunately, capitalize from a chloric spam here. Miniboo taking liberties on the other side of the map and might just catch a low HP Hero.
But imagine, Hero's looking, but the time...
Oh no.
This is awful.
Hero gets the kill.
Oh, Hero gets the kill!
Done here.
He was taking liberties, Michael. You can't be taking liberties.
Now a wide open A site. Unfortunately, Spike not in a position to capitalise just yet. There's still plenty of time left for NAVI to get to work. That's to reposition here. Put a pit down on A site. He will be the solo anchor here. Great coverage on the pit.
30 seconds left.
Yeah.
But he's got a bit of company headed his way. Still no second body from Liquid over this side of the map.
I'm scared. I don't know. Like, it's Nats, right? Safe pair of hands, backbone of the team. Yeah, he's that's a shorty, so what does it matter? 8 seconds though, need a plant. Gonna have to just commit at this point, and Hero's on 10 HP.
Now if he gets a second.
Oh, no, it's
yeah,
camo,
yeah.
it's camo, we're all right. Camo can shoot. I tell you, we saw map 1. Rooksic's had a couple threes though. He's had a couple rounds.
Poison orb emitting.
Well, if he got one then, I might have been on board. Yeah, they put everyone behind that. Gonna take no chances.
I mean, the first situation really in a retake where they have had the ability to stack up and just play off the trades here. Rooksic, unfortunately, can't find number 9 for NAVI. But the first on the board, finally, for Team Liquid. There's Camo here to find this one. Wayne with a favourable spam into the smoke.
He's been on the other side of it too, fair play.
His hero that actually takes the brunt of that, but it's Chloric to fall behind him.
Joyous.
Don't even feel good about that one.
No.
Just keep playing like that.
Certainly
It should
not.
It's easy, but let's just not overcomplicate.
Okay.
It doesn't make me feel better.
That's inspirational if ever
That's
I've heard
like
it
you
from
when I'm
Nats.
playing games with you.
Yeah, don't worry, it's fine.
Just keep doing it, man.
Let's just keep going.
It's-
Let's keep on keeping on.
Poison orb.
We'll save that for the montage. That'll be added to the great speeches by Nats. Speaking of Nats, he's dead to rights. Come
Caught
back.
the reload as well.
Really on it, but Camo up for the fight. Going to take the space back here, but look at the HP. Going to be put under
caught with
pressure.
spam.
Yeah, down on 26.
Elsewhere though, still looking to maybe dig out
Poison orb emitting.
one of the lurkers for NAVI. At least
Toxin
putting a
screen
second
down.
body behind it now alongside Miniboot. Now it will come back to Wayne to maybe prevent NAVI from getting out of B main once more.
Obscuring
All
vision.
the info you really need. Should be able to layer the utility enough to hinder the scale up. Obviously, Philo can make it through. Second layer, Camo! You are a lucky boy there. That fell on a knife's edge, but Philo's actually caught Wayne, so sight does swing into the hands of Na'Vi.
Showstopper here for Camo though.
My world.
Post into the pit potentially on the audio cue.
I don't want to plant the spike. And it doesn't land.
30 seconds left.
Good discipline coming up from Na'Vi there, just to pause for a
He
second.
looks so far forward as well.
Look at Purple as well.
Spike
Haunt,
planted.
Seize, and Prowler still ready to be played. He should be able to kind of negate this pit somewhat.
Difficult though. Rooksic playing up close and personal. Miniboot catches a bit of spam down to 8 HP now.
Okay, well there goes the Prowler. Haunt's still there. Haunt's not going to find much. It feels like it's indicative, but it's not. Chloric can still play this corner. Miniboot's done okay to find Philo, but the time's starting to tick here. Rooksik's still going to be holding this pit. And again, Miniboo's so low, but
He's got
still
another spam.
found another. Rooksik now becomes a bit more readable. Miniboo, where the hell did you just do that from?
How has he managed that? They were desperately trying to connect a spam into some of these expected positions. Nothing landing, and then Miniboo, after all that happens, goes forward, finds Philo, and somehow gets back into this pit
I don't
and
know how
finds
he's done
value.
It didn't feel like Purpo's util did too much. I know it cleared a little bit, maybe negative space, you could say, that they're not in this position.
What is that?
But there wasn't anything to be seen.
That's outrageous from Miniboot. Again, one that Na'Vi all but had buttoned up.
Yeah. Okay, back to back, just keep doing what you're doing.
That's what he said.
Captain told us.
Yep. Maybe here if be a little more fortunate in some of these situations. If we can pin their hopes to that. Nightfall sent in. Unaffected here is Miniboot. Does find the kill.
Yeah, come back on a real solo mission there. Miniboo able to sit on that slightly deeper off angle and just gets rewarded. There's a lot of bodies up on this though. Camo takes a curious glance and takes Rooksik down. So again, control over towards ramp. They're starting to figure this out as Hero and Chloric might get a favourable fight on B, but
It relies on Wayne once more. Judge in hand this time. Does have a divide, so probably backing away here to wait for some reinforcements. Maybe catch a player, capitalising on a deeper position. It's not going to be Cloric, though. He has to plant.
Hero doesn't look all that
Spike
interested.
planted. Bring them.
We're hoping for the best, aren't we? Maybe we're going to pop the ult here. I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen much success with the ult, just even to this point in this match, but again, happy to try and clear close. Hero going to shift a little closer forward. Cloric gets cleared over towards Rafters. It's lovely. Liquid on the same page, finally showing up. The question becomes, is 3 at minimum enough?
Well, I mean, 4 was enough on map 1. So maybe Liquid going to be able to achieve the same outcome. As you said, had us in the first half. Might just be a repeat of that here. Certainly not looking as comfortable in terms of the overall approach, but finally able to squeeze out a couple of round wins here. I mean, the 4th would be the saving grace of an awful half for Liquid.
It would be, right? It really, really would be. And
Built around Filu's TP.
show me it. Show me the magic. I believe in Angel. Is that your chair or mine?
I think it was my chair.
Oh, fair enough.
I thought it was somebody, but I didn't realise there's nobody in here today. So.
Squeaking.
Yeah.
All right, Navi, timeout. What were we up to? Well, here comes the TP, and he does have Spike. Excuse me?
Huh? It was a
Spike
plan
down
around
A.
Filu's TP. It was indeed a plan around Filu's TP.
How do we think that one went?
Well, we're about to find out here, as there's still 3 players for Navi to try and recover this. Plenty of bodies from Liquid, though.
Yep, yep, because they have the Spike, I believe, actually, on the site.
It's fairly safe where it is.
You can't be doing this to me on my first day back. You can't. It's actually tragic to witness.
Well, actually, Liquid somehow have won that one. An in-zone flawless to conclude, Lauren.
Oh, well, you know what? If you like permutations, then stick around, because I know some of you do. But keep in mind, it's because Tombiz has something he wants to share.
You are right, Lauren. Permutations is a word that...
Let God take the wheel approach to the end of the group stage here.
Oh, it always just becomes like, it always feels so clear-cut at the start. You're like, oh, okay, this has probably happened, and this.
We never learned anything from kickoff about this region.
No.
I think that was solidified in Santiago as well. Oh, not solidified, that was this execute up into heaven for Liquid, though. Cloric and Ruxic dismantling it with ease.
Has Valorant always looked like this? The last couple of rounds have really had me question it.
Well, it'll be an in-zone flawless here for Navi to kick off the second half.
What is this?
Cloric just able to get right in the thick of it. He was talking about how much he loves the frenzy.
Hell yeah.
There's another one for the package that I'm sure will develop here.
I might be cheating. You guys not hear what I just said? I think they're about to do the same shit, and then they did it.
Well, great read from Cloric.
Yeah.
The savant.
They're going for the nuke vent dive, a classic on split. Didn't work very well. 9-4.
I mean, it looks as if Liquid really want to set the tone for this second half early on in terms of pace and aggression. To try and right ahead of this wall, but it's just one player that gets forward. Oh, that's going to kill.
What are we witnessing? Hero's got 3. Minibu's got a shorty. And I'm pretty sure Navi have the round. But Minibu, 1v3.
46 HP.
Yeah.
Spike not to hand. And 3 players of Navi huddled together in spawn.
Just you wait. Just you.
Plenty of time to work with, though.
Yeah. He can go walkabouts. He can do everything he wants.
Nobody from Navi wants to give anything away here. Spike retrieved now from Miniboot. And an entire map to play into. which he will just do.
I'd really like to see a hand on the mouse, though. I know you don't
Yeah,
have to right
I
now.
mean-
Like, I know you don't have to. I get it. Like, I understand,
low.
but I'd like to see it just for my sake. Okay, plant. There we
30
go.
seconds left.
Now, how are you going to divide 3 players up here? And Cloric's got kind of full kit. So does Comeback. Well, that will help.
That certainly helps. He's got an audio cue here to play off of. The head of a wall. Can't find the first though, Cloric.
Okay.
Able to shut him down. Double digits on the board for NAVI. Very confident approach here to start the second half for NAVI. Like I said, it looks as if Liquid probably want to flip this map a little bit in terms of tone.
So long.
Maybe be a bit more decisive here. I mean, it's a beautiful spam from Hero to capitalise here inside the smoke.
Marked one.
Again, going to need a couple of rounds on the board if you're going to start to believe Liquid can make this happen once more. And even previously on Bind, 13-9 final scoreline. A long road back into this year. You lose a pistol in round 2. Margin for error is very small. Speaking of, though, looks sick.
Poison orb emitting.
Caught at the start of this round.
Toxin
Yeah, there's still
screen down.
judges and Buckies, so don't write it off yet. Nats, I don't think he's a player to be caught by this, but we've seen stranger things in this game.
Taking
He's
that
come back waiting there with the judge. Cloric.
Well, the inevitable looks like it might just happen.
Hey! Found him. Gonna need a little assistance as they do path up towards heaven. Trying to find just a corner to play from. He does have help on this side of the map too. But again, look at the buy. It's still not gonna be a full purchase, so it's gonna be hard to make this count. Cloric kind of picking up the position that we expected. So imagine it gets cleared, but does it play in comeback? No. Miniboo better. Site now secure, and the plant should be next on the cards.
Yeah, the point at which he has to back into side with the judge makes it even harder to really
Spike
find
planted.
the upper hand in that sort of engagement. Now with just 2 SMGs to try and fight back into rifles here outside of Miniboot. Tough one for NAVI to crack open. There's one player to find, but unfortunately, it's the worst one to be up close and personal here for
Yeah,
NAVI.
it's probably not the one you'd want. If you could have picked. I think he's going to get a chance to farm here.
One enemy remaining.
Ah, Camo's at it. And he's got the second. So, NAVI full, not going to be able to get too much threat building. You kind of thought that it maybe...
And again, I mean, silver
Pinned on
linings,
comeback there.
yeah, 4 standing here to convert. Obviously, it will be NAVI to bring rifles back into this affair. And it's actually, yeah, a spot. I mean, so there's still a
Screw the Prowler.
second or two behind that. Maybe not fully aware of what information was garnered on the side of Purpo. At least here it will come into, I mean, Miniboo can obviously carry this across, and as I said, 4 left standing. You have the ability to still have rifles here. The other side, NAVI do have a judge in hand for comeback as well. Now Liquid have to piece together some sort of plan to address this 5-round deficit.
Fancy having a go at Nats here, who is going to be behind the curve, and he's dead and buried. Comeback ensuring it as well, but Miniboo wants to respond in kind. Takes over Heaven and considered chasing down the stairs, but it's better of it as Hero makes light work of Wayne. It was individual attempts here. Does get overwhelmed from Heaven, but still, looking at this now, it is a 4v3.
Spike finally making its way onto site here. Purpo will plant.
Spike planted.
Man advantage here for NAVI. So the retake success, sitting at around 32% here. Could make an improvement, but Camo, his own thing to say about that. Nade to send in behind here will mitigate the paranoia.
Commanding a lot of spaces, Camo. I think Luxic.
One enemy remaining.
Camo, so good for it. And Purpo's been one of the main stories, but he can't do it all. NAVI, very much in the driving seat now. With the first half in mind, 11 rounds is a solid score.
Obviously, Liquid get the showstopper out of that equation. Miniboo not too far away from his ultimate as well. Nats just maybe put on the back foot here in terms of this aggressive take.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, Miniboo trying to get curious on the rope. Camo swinging onto this angle, finds the kill, yes, but puts it in a very, very rough spot in terms of the post plant. About the only advantage Liquid have here. I mean, rifle still in hand because of how clean their round 3 was. It's the showstopper. Purpo 2 away from the Nightfall as well. So NAVI, nothing available at the start of round 17 here.
Liquid look a little lost, if I'm honest. No option for timeouts. I think Wayne might have noted someone on pillar then with a bit of a jump spot, but if anything, you've got to keep your eyes towards comeback. Still very much in play. Holding towards ramp, just need to be called out that Heaven is open, and they've probably taken that space, which they have. So Liquid going to get the first step here. Floric trying to slow the roll, but you can't escape the inevitable. As Camo going to claim sight, comeback, still standing. How is he alive? I don't know how he was breathing for that long. Luckily, Nats is in the game
One
now.
enemy remaining.
Well,
She made this
yeah,
round
I've
his
said
own.
that, yeah. A third to find. Will potentially get the pit here if he can clean up the final member of NAVI being hero. And he absolutely will. 4 on the round for Nats. Number 6 found, NAVI. Unable to convert this early lead from the first half just yet. And again, a much closer affair in terms of the exchange early on.
Down A.
NAVI going to be struggling in terms of the finances here. Going blow for blow with Liquid.
One enemy.
But still seeing a 5-round gap here.
Oh, reaction time is back. That's my prime time.
Well, you're going to need it here. Liquid need to stick the landing on this first ult cycle. Doing Miniboo, Nats, and potentially Purpo to invest in the next buy round. I mean, if Wayne can make progress here in this anti-eco, with the cherry on top for them.
In the nicest way, Liquid really need this round to look solid for me. Don't get me wrong, love seeing a round like that from Nats. Like it, cool. I think he might have near on doubled his score in that. It's been a quiet one from Nats, and that's okay. We can kind of normally chalk that up to, you know, maybe sometimes he has to take a bit more of a driving seat in the in-game leading sort of department, but here, it's been a tough showing.
Hero trying to hold down mid here. Bucky in hand. Doesn't even get the first camo.
Nope.
Easy clearance for him. 0 damage done on the way in. Look towards B main though. Wayne will have Filu noted here on the back of the paranoia. Does he get charged down? He does indeed. Upgrade found for Filu.
Yeah, but it looks like Miniboo wants to try and challenge that. Gotta be careful not doing it alone. Nats carrying on where he left off
One
here.
enemy remaining.
And it's Camo to secure an assist if required. Fila was noted earlier, so the chances.
Start to dwindle, but
Yeah, not done yet,
that's
but
probably going to be the moment the Liquid call to,
button up.
yeah. We fix up, look sharp in this post plant now.
Shadows traveling.
And still got the paint shell to deny this first tap. Actually eating a bit of damage there for Filu. Again, if he can find some damage short, it's going to look unlikely here with Nats finding a 3K to follow a 4K in the previous. Up to 7 now. Doesn't necessarily feel like Liquid have hit any sort of momentum for sure.
No,
These are still
yeah.
very, very close affairs. Coming down to Nats delivering some kills single-handedly.
They think they can kill me.
Like I said, this is where you see potentially the value of this ult cycle for Liquid. If this can maybe get them another couple of rounds, issue being NAVI, we have some of their key ultimates online. Come back, and Ruxic just missing one from a full house for NAVI. In the benefit of that early scoreline, you can sit back a little bit and wait for this snowball to develop. I'm curious to see the investment here. A couple of questions in terms of ult investment in the first half for NAVI.
Yeah, Ruxic caught in no man's land. Can't quite get closed down on. Ruxic still breathing, and Miniboo changes where he looks. And now it becomes a bit predictable here. Hero looks dead to rights. He is melted in a second, and Liquid starting to scale well. I was going to say, Nats is kind of giving them 2 rounds. This could be a third potentially at this point. It's 5v3. They're going to get the plant. I don't know what's going to stop them.
Bit more decisive here in the approach, for sure, from Liquid. It's probably going to make the decision for NAVI. Be 5 left standing, which is crucial again to bolster this
Toxins going
financial
up.
buffer they have established. Nat's on the hunt though. Wants to remove some of this weaponry first to be come back. Second to be Cloric.
Sorry, what just happened to Nats? He's had like 3 rounds back to back,
Just
getting
keep on
3
keeping on, man.
Keep
It's just
on
it's
doing
part
it.
of the plan.
We start losing, I'll get us
Just-
3. Don't worry.
I will find 3 rounds where I'm finding multi-kills. Don't sweat it, guys.
Just keep on. The
Duly
dealers.
noted now, at least it's, I mean, that's as good as a death sentence, really. Individual swings here from Liquid, but Purpo will clean it up. 3 left standing. He won't necessarily suffer on the back of that.
Now, I do want to see where the finances kind of sit now with NAVI, because they can't be in a good position, so it kind of hinders that snowball round. It elongates play slightly. And again, how has Nats done this in the last 3 rounds? It's just ridiculous. I mean, some of these are a little bit more padded than others, you know, chasing down these kills just to, you know, damage the economy further, which is a great idea, obviously, value in
but
it
it was a
itself.
4K into 2 3Ks, so,
Yes.
I mean,
Round 17, 18, and 19
Yes.
were kind of his.
issue being Navi invested nothing. They're sitting back again in terms of these ults. Only missing Filus now. Pit actually to be invested here in round 20. So a key ultimate in terms of the defense. Able to scale past this wall here, maybe pressure onto Hero.
Nah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
Camo will
nothing,
find it.
nothing he could do about that. Nicely navigated as well from Liquid. Didn't look like they took too many chances there. Able to make their way through the Vice utility pretty comfortably. Now into the post plant.
Bomb buddy out.
I mean, you got Stingers. And Nats equipped to go farming if it gets that far. But now just a fight in middle. And Nats is doing what we expect to a degree, going farming. He's still got...
Don't give him
Prime
another 3K.
time? Is it prime
Oh,
time?
okay.
Is that what
Okay.
he was saying? Like, how have Liquid done this? This was without a
I mean,
timeout.
yeah, we were at the point where we were almost discussing
brink of no
this
return.
being a formality to conclude. Navi will pump the brakes now after 4 rounds. Camo just stuck in the mud trying to satchel forwards.
The bad thing is as well, this timeout, even though it is for
Enemy
NAVI, obviously Liquid get the chance to check in as well. They can
enemy
talk at the same
remaining.
time during these timeouts.
Probably why, I mean, honestly, probably why Angel's sitting on it for
For so long, yeah. So,
if you're rook sick. But,
yeah.
like I said, still the benefit of some ultimates to invest here. Cloric, Hero, and comeback. Issue
Nats
being
on
on the
off.
other side. Nats, yeah, pit available for him. Camo's about halfway to another showstopper. Miniboo
Taking that
back on a judge here, and you can see his impact very high. He's been allowed to shine in some of these more chaotic rounds. Doesn't look like this is going to follow that recipe, though.
Screen down.
yeah,
Nats back on an operator to try and replicate some of that success he found on Bind.
well, if they can pressure middle enough that they get mailroom and a little bit of posturing up towards heaven, obviously you'd want to jump spot that, right? You want to get a little bit of info, but Hero's got his wall here. So he's not that bothered just yet, right? He can play off of this. He can kind of keep calm on this one. Doesn't need to be too concerned until that gets any sort of pressure. And I think Liquid are looking for a reaction, and nothing's coming yet.
Here, going to try and find a bit of timing towards mid. Able to bait out the wall here. Like I said, do find that space in mid now. Miniboot at least creates a bit of an audio cue in towards Vents here. Now can capitalize on the back of this pit.
Yeah, creeping out,
Toxins going up.
scaling up. Hero going to invest ult. Good idea as well. 28 seconds. He's kind of trying to dodge every piece of utility coming his way. He's actually managed it
Both
mostly.
revealed.
Just caught on the way back there. Doesn't take too much damage. Is he going in that pit? I think he absolutely is.
He's
Hero
removed that to a drop.
feeling audacious. Rooksik in support,
down,
and
B.
suddenly things are going wrong with 10 seconds.
10
Can
seconds
Camo
left.
and Purpo secure anything here? 6? I don't think they can get a plant now.
No.
It's too little too late.
Oh.
Right on the wire. They can sacrifice bodies for this, and they will. NAVI keep composure to the very end. 12 rounds to their name.
Bit of a weird overcook here. Again, with the pit to apply pressure, remove the wall.
Face your
You want to see
fear.
these decisions made much quicker from Liquid if they want to capitalize on that investment. I mean, Hero is just allowed to survive for so long. Even gets revealed there, but nobody's got a pistol. Nats has got an operator and a shorty. It's weird to pin down that kill. And you can see the frustration there. I mean, again, if that's the game plan coming in, you want to see very decisive action taken. Miniboot takes the space early on enough in the round for that to come down to timing.
Yeah. Now, with 9 rounds to the name, Liquid are up against it, right? 12 to NAVI, no errors to be made here. And NAVI willing to be a little bit braver, a little bit bolder, but that's a risky move. Miniboo with a judge, going to take away comeback. And that's 5 to the 4. Heaven now going to be smothered by Liquid. The main, though, still somewhat swinging into the hands of NAVI.
Oh, Hero.
So aware. And as soon as Liquid have gone back to this more traditional stuff, it feels like NAVI are able to handle it. Nats on that same sort of position, these kind of half-hearted attempts here. But NAVI actually going to fall at least in holding the site.
Actually, great isolation on Rooksik here. A beautiful shot onto Purpo.
No right to hit that on Purpo, but he does nonetheless. And 3v3, Hero again. Just doing work. This guy wants his sight back, and he's got more than that. NAVI break through on Split by pushing up and over the line to 13 to 9.
Defenders win.
Just disgusting final round from Hero. I mean, unbelievable to close things out there as Liquid slowed things down. Great stuff from NAVI. The proof's in the pudding, right? If Nats is able to shine on that trademark agent, sure, we can justify it.
Do you think he will?
There's always a real chance, yeah. Again,
I want you to commit to it.
For me, Nats, I mean, I'm committing, I'm saying it here. It relies on Camera and Miniboo really to do the heavy lifting in terms of the approach that Liquid have said repeatedly they want to adopt. It's just going to come down to that, particularly here on the first half. Them really slowing down NAVI is going to allow Nats to find value in some of these setups.
And already working around it. Comeback suffered. Gone down, trying to take the space over towards C. Here's Nat sitting pretty deep on this A side of the map, however, just shouldering this corner. Left with a lot on his plate. If I'm not mistaken, Camo might be getting a bit closer, yet starting to lean this way. Oh, God, Camo!
So good with that pistol, man.
He's actually been so on point today. Clark could have put in a bit of a shift himself, certainly, but still, it is a 4v2. Filu and Cloric. It's a slow march around the map, hoping to catch someone off guard.
You know, exploration elsewhere from Liquid. Wayne and Miniboot tucked pretty deep here. Obviously, hedging their bets towards B and C. Again, clock starting to run down now. Filu and Cloric have to make a decision. And either way, I don't think they're going to get a favourable plant here. How close by both Wayne and Miniboo are. And still got a Paranoia to play off as well.
Yeah, it should be buttoned up. Unless something goes terribly wrong.
10 seconds left.
He's got a smoke to play. Couple of shots for Cloric. Not going to find a connection. That's 3 players. Purpo now noting the position for Cloric. You can't need that to be clean.
Needed one there.
Yeah.
Filu does find Nats, though.
Okay, so he can maybe turn around and help now, as they do mostly come from the same direction. Trying to split up a little bit here, try and maybe levy the time while the Paranoia's around, but Cloric going to get noted. Spammed away, re-swing, can't deal with the amount of bodies simply scattering across the site. Team Liquid going to be walking away with their first.
Just strength in numbers here. Did all the hard work early on. Trimmed the fat of NAVI. Even initially. Great catch from Camo as well to double down. Make this even easier for them. Unfortunately, I think Cloric, like we said, needed that first kill potentially to make this doable. Liquid last played Lotus 234 days ago.
Been a minute.
It's been a very long minute. But it was a 13-9 over Giant X.
Well, you know what they say.
A scoreline that seems to be repeating itself today, so...
Yes. Which way does it go now? NAVI investing a little bit behind this, so there's certainly some upgrades here. Also just need to get the lay of the land, right? Like, again, you can't really prep for Liquid on this. You don't really know what they could be coming in with, so gonna have to work that out in the first couple of rounds. And obviously seeing the Cypher feels a little bit unorthodox in this day and age, but
sure,
so far, so good.
Yeah, anybody outside of Nats, I think you get a feel for the setups then. You know the tempo he's going to probably tap into. Again, whether or not we see it really on display in this first half where Liquid on the defense, I think he's going to be lurking very aggressively
Cover going
Certainly
out.
here, if Navi can string together an opening pick, probably towards the C side of the map here. Wayne to be first on the chopping block.
Yeah, with that smoke in play, I'm surprised he was still shouldering this, but maybe just feeling confident while he still has the paranoia,
Well,
but
there
maybe
it
a little
is.
too confident, right?
Quite didn't miss that one.
No, he landed that one bang on. So site now open. Nice little upgrade there as well for comeback. Site's theirs. They obviously don't know to what degree, or the fact that CT's completely clear and it's 3 through
left.
Waterfall, but Coric gets a plant, barely gets away. Didn't get closed down on in all of that mayhem, so can they make it count? Purpo outdoes comeback, no shields obviously for the Na'Vi side, so stings a little more. And Nat's feeling brave enough up on the box, but now Hero and Ruxic
Played out of this one almost.
pretty much. They can try and make it costly, but Nat's putting in a shift. That's 4. And as much as it felt threatening, they deal with it well. And that's 4 standing for Liquid and a second to carve into the board.
Another situation where they can potentially get the ball rolling here with a bit of a cushion. You have to repurchase the shields on one of these. What a beautiful shot from Clark, actually.
It was lovely.
Can't really even fault Wayne for staying on that angle and being caught like that.
One enemy remaining.
It's about the only thing that Navi could pin their hopes to
Oh, sorry.
early on. When you look back at the minimap there for Navi,
Time to work.
that's a ring of Sheriff in here. And 2 Bulldogs, a Guardian, a Judge in the hands of Miniboot. You get a catch here on the utility to open this up, but no damage done there. Navi able to at least play deep enough here. It does get Miniboot posted on a very aggressive position.
Quite nice to have Wayne kind of complementing that too, right? He can kind of keep a little bit of an eye towards you with those jump spots. Minibu getting a bit more creative while that smoke's in play, but I doubt Na'Vi are going to disrespect this. Too much risk.
Very short window, and it requires Na'Vi drifting into contact this.
Now that could have been a nice paranoia though, even though you would be close range, right? It's still a Judge. This feels so tense now. Miniboots. Ah, okay, he got
Great
caught a little
seize.
there. That was a lovely seize, actually, just to catch him in clear close. But Wayne, feeling a little creative. Do they check on this as diligently? Maybe they're shooting it back to Wayne. No, but they still get the kill. So rewards there. We're not finding any of that smaller margin to play into. And Na'Vi can take the tour now.
Full run of the map here, but still trips to overcome towards B and C. First one dealt with now. Not able to do much
30
damage on the
seconds
way
left.
in here.
Oh, he's got to be on red alert, right? Comeback wants to secure it. What a shot as well. 3 in the round for the man. Clearing house. Yeah, against a bonus, but still well navigated as the last 2. Feeling more like a formality than anything. But if they can cost them some of these weapons, keep them honest, that'd be a lovely outcome. For Nats, actually might find Ruxic, which if anything, probably the target you'd want to find HP-wise. Camo, a little bit of a tougher spot. So let's see if Nats can do anything about Ruxic here, or if he does get to keep this gun, trying to tuck in deeper. Nats does find him. Okay, so that's a rifle lost. Any more gets problematic.
standing.
You can see the timing on the swing from Camo, not going to be able to capitalize. Nats now tries to hold it, do some more, but going to cost him what he can. Takes away Ruxic, and that's about it.
Yeah, 4 left standing for Na'Vi, allows them to potentially bounce back. Or Liquid can start running away with this first half. Again, just heads up, read on the situation. Knowing there's going to be somebody posted up on that early pressure. Na'Vi just wait it out. Able to navigate perfectly into this B post plant. Cloric already early. Ultimate online for him. On the other side, it's just the neural theft, but a couple of other players for Liquid close by. Notably Camo and Purpo. Nibu now on a rifle. Na'Vi actually looking to just find very early access into B. Ahead of the util as well.
Everything, and actually still dies. That's the unfortunate factor, but the way that they've somehow managed to keep that in check while he's dodged everything in his way is wild. And look at the map. Minibu is en route. That's an easy catch for him. Liquid, I don't get it, man.
Capitalizing off the info here from the neural theft.
Door stuck.
No.
Spike down.
Ruxic in a 1v. Well, it was 5, now 4. Got 4 more kills to get.
Well, Liquid have to feed into this. With where the spike is, it would take, well,
Ah.
I was going to say a calamity, but Camo able to prevent that before it even gets going. 3-1 the scoreline here. Another round Liquid come out of with 4 standing. I mean, it's just the fact that Nats able to get back into the cage here and find the kill is ridiculous. Comeback.
He's so good.
Yeah, it's got to be so frustrated. Like he was guaranteed a kill in that situation.
Damn.
Wow.
Play Cypher once. He's like, get the knives out, boys. Knives out. All good. I got you. All right. Go back through. Financially, a rough position for NAVI here.
Does a catch? They would just get behind the wall there. Chip damage, sure, but won't be confirmed just yet.
Easy angle for Camo.
Yeah, he's looked good here.
If anything, a little bit too obtuse for him. Let's thin that down a little. Miniboo gonna take the attention initially and the paranoia, but Hero's quick to this. Maybe a little too quick. They had no idea. A sharp shot and comeback following up. Hero in succession. It's all there for them. A very simplistic but great burst on the site.
Navi just disrespecting that.
Spike planted.
Hero, the one to really brute force his way forwards.
One enemy
Posted
remaining.
here, wheel catch. Purpo as well, on for 4 if Nats can do anything to have a say in the matter. Well, we'll find the first here, but tagged up and noted. Position now. Yeah, Ruxic gonna clean this up. Great conversion from Navi. He said disrespecting this early posture forwards. Able to prevent, obviously, that first blood going against them with that seized nade.
God, what a round from Hero. Again, just that timing to catch up, as you said, scaling in behind it. Just kind of catching him on that back pedal away towards side.
Way ahead
really
of expectation,
nice.
yeah.
Oh, for sure. That was outstanding from him. Really, really nice to watch. Ult-wise, though, starting to hit true and hit home for Na'Vi. They've got 3 to work with, maybe 2 a little more important than the other. Hopefully no plans around Filu's TP here.
One
we'll
can
see.
pray.
Toxin screen down.
And on the other side, still able to get a buy. Lacking in some areas, but certainly manageable.
Toxins going up.
I mean, especially with the showstopper on the cards here.
Drop the spike.
For Camo. We'll try and quickly pivot towards C, though. Nats here. A Guardian. A chance to do some damage. Util removed early on here, so Nats can't really rely on that free information. Liquid very quickly repositioning, expecting maybe Na'Vi to pivot into B.
Yeah, so much faith put into Nats here, even though they got contact over towards Mound. They didn't fall for it. This is a good read from Liquid and a really nice meeting for information. Miniboo in the right place for it. It's still going to try and play in Wayne as well. This is a big one for him. If he can get that paranoia just right, allow for the swing. He's a bit behind. That's messy. Not good enough there from Wayne. Gets outdone completely by comeback. So now Camo put in an unwinnable position, overwhelmed, and Miniboo's only got a stinger.
You would have expected Miniboo to want to benefit off it. Hang on.
Oh, come off it.
Just caught a Hero. No damage done to him. Filu does get the trade.
Very clear sight. Now, Purpo's been one of those players who's got, all right, a quieter series overall from him, sure, but Nats still breathing. You keep my attention a little bit. 2v3 isn't impossible when he's still alive. Purpo out of util, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's only really Filu that's taken any damage, and it's not much, if anything. Certainly doesn't make it any easier on the way back onto this A site.
Player standing.
Comeback's going to find a freebie. Nats now forced to wait this one out.
And I think for me, just it feels like Wayne's not really hitting his comfort zone at the moment. Like timings-wise, he just feels a little bit out of sorts. And it's also that factor scrim time and how much of Liquid put into this map. It's obviously not been in their wheelhouse for a long
Oh
time.
my god.
No, guys. Please.
Damage will be the consolation. Little phrase of the eyebrows from Comeback. Again, it's not really going to cause many issues. Yeah, I mean, you can see the intention here. That's why I'm expecting Miniboo to be in a position to maybe capitalize on the paranoia. I don't know what call comes through to not have... I mean, Wayne had it in hand, switches back to the weapon, and then it just misses the timing completely.
Well, because then Camo's left to be sacrificed almost there as well.
Because the call is there, we showstopper forwards, right?
Yeah.
But then he's stuck in no man's land. Once Na'Vi scale forwards toward Rubble.
Oi. All
Oh.
good. All good.
Lucky to get away with that one. That's one away from another neural theft elsewhere. Purpo, Wayne and Miniboo now ults in hand. Na'Vi, I expect them to probably slow this one down.
Going up.
Yeah, Nats posted up close.
I get a bit scared about this. He hasn't done this yet, right? It's generally been him being quite passive towards that seaside.
Well, he loves
of the
doing
map.
this, putting early cams and kind of baiting people into a false sense of security. It's like, oh, well, he's just anchoring elsewhere and
Oh, he's
there's a
timing it.
passive camera. You're right, he has found a bit of space to play into.
And it frees up those additional players to maybe just take a gamble.
And look where Hero's Wall is as well.
But now you know that you've been read, right? That call has been made. So do you change your mind? Do you carry on? 30 seconds? It's only pistols, but there's always a
30
threat,
seconds
right?
left.
But now Plant should be, I don't want to say comfortable, but it should be achievable.
Spike planted.
And Na'Vi. Opportunity here. Yeah, that's lovely. Rooksik could get overwhelmed, but he's taken away the kind of danger element to this. Hero now in position. Lovely. You're happy with that one when you're Na'Vi.
Found you.
Didn't get caught out there. Good positioning.
Na'Vi looking much better in terms of these slower rounds now. Liquid,
The classic.
I mean, unable to really stabilize, I'd say, in some of these early rounds. You see some of the plans. I didn't even catch that. Was Philo actually? Yeah, he had smokes out. Yeah, it's tough to see Nats on the replay there not pin that kill down. Not that it was any better to watch in the round, but at distance I didn't see Philo actually a sitter, basically.
Ayas! Don't whiff like that, Ayas!
Yeah, well, letting them know as well. We'll force a Liquid timeout here ahead of round 8. In terms of proactivity, haven't seen much other than a little bit of aggression.
On the Na'Vi comms this round, so that would be quite nice to hear kind of how they're trying to navigate the potential problems that face them.
Well,
with
potentially a
the Liquid.
curveball here from Liquid to come out of the timeout. So certainly looking forward to that.
Yeah, I do wonder if they try and identify that operation, if they have a consideration of it, but as soon as we get that check-in, we're going to find out. TP play.
Stuck.
It's not been brilliant. I wish we had the timeout comms almost for that call. But it looks direct towards site, and I think we're going to have those, a little bit of a check-in right about now.
Yeah, close.
Yeah, I
They
don't...
can be sent, guys, care.
I doggy?
My flash.
Go.
Can we double pick this?
Up.
Yeah, wait, come coming. One, two.
Upping C.
Heaven. I'll bubble him.
There's 2C.
Yeah.
80 on the raise, guys.
Can we come back A? Can we come back A?
One in again.
Right, come back A, come back A, guys. Come back A.
If we get side, I have ult here.
Yeah, I can even ult you as well.
Gamble up.
I'm just gonna walk by myself right now.
No one rubble, maybe.
Oh, now?
One could rotate.
Yeah, only start fade A.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Hey, get orb down. Get orb. They free clear from B.
Hold on.
Okay, it's clear.
I will
close
open door, guys.
Your part.
Cypher A.
30
Eye
seconds
backside.
left.
They cage
I'm
us.
going here.
No,
I'm jumping. Ready?
Wait,
One.
yeah.
Outstairs.
One
Outstairs.
enemy remaining.
Stairs.
Spike down A.
My setup.
Flawless.
There's.
Echo, try and send it.
The walk A, was it, boys?
Yes.
A looks good, did it, boys? Oh, that's a tough one. Again, kind of putting it together, right? The operator on C, there's 2 on B, but that penny not quite dropping. Where's Nats? And they've not navigated against him yet.
One of those signature maneuvers from Nats
down
late
A.
round in a position where his utility's untouched. You can
the
sit
whiff for
back.
last round.
Again, all but easy for him in that sort of situation. Catches 2 inside the cage. Up to 12 kills now for Nats. Top of the board for Liquid. Not necessarily what you want to see, but defensive. Oh!
Desperation? I don't know what that was.
And Purpo falls.
You were doing fine. You're doing good.
Welcome
Playing out of B like that? I don't know, man. Okay. This just feels messy, if I'm honest, Mike. This feels really messy.
Yeah, NAVI able to just sweep this round in the first 10 seconds. Again, the pit on top, all but unnecessary. Come back nearly. Caught Nats slipping a little deeper. He's under a ton of pressure now. Yep, noted with the Prowler as well. Wow. Another pacey hit from NAVI tonight. We'll get them number 5 and in-zone flawless nonetheless.
This. What were we hoping for? Was there meant to be util to support this? Something to set it in?
It's bold.
It's just
a bold move.
I'm going to be honest, and Joe, I'm sure someone out there will hate me for it, but this just feels so low down in both of their map pools, if I'm honest. This feels messy from both sides. Again, for NAVI, cool. Like, they're doing well enough here in my mind once we've got the bulk of the buy. For Liquid, this just looks a little out of it, really. But we'll see. Camo got a lot on his plate right now. Luckily, a lot of stall on the other side. Can invest the ult just to try and maybe deny that scale up behind it.
And credit to NAVI as well, where they are winning out these faster hits. They're not just leaning into that. It's not just becoming reckless almost. They're able to really, I guess, manage the risk in some of these rounds where maybe Liquid repositions slightly. Not getting caught off guard by some of these traps early on around Camo's util.
I get scared when I see Omen TPs these days. Strikes fear into my heart. For now, another look towards... Purpo just caught on the back pedal as well. Just second they scale towards the site. Site's on pretty much on hand. Ruxic watching the back lines. And now has to try and complement and supplement the site itself. But I'm going to be a little bit of pressure. Okay, Camo, what is that? What?
It was so
He's hitting today. Like, he's actually a monster to try and deal with. I don't know whether they get the round or not, but I don't want to swing Camo. I'm avoiding it at all costs.
Wow, yeah, rightfully so. Filu finds out the hard way right after that. Chloric found as well, and Camo to clean up with a third. Hero dropped, and Liquid will find number 5. And actually, we'll get the showstopper off the back of the defuse on top. All tied up now, and it feels harsh to say, but it doesn't even really feel like that when you watch some of these rounds. Instead, NAVI doing everything right early on here, not to lean too heavily into that sort of tempo.
But he's hitting shots like this. Like, look at that. Look at this guy's aim.
Nice, good
Mechanically.
job. Nice.
Difference maker here. There's still Nats at the top of the board. So 5-5, neither team really finding stability. Feels hot and cold.
I mean, watching this now, it's again, the wider discussion around Liquid. Surely we'll see probably an overhaul in the second half. So if they can keep this in check, right, avoid an 8-4 opener to a map, then maybe, just maybe, Liquid can lean back on what the initial approach would have been.
They've fallen for the trap.
His aim's great with the rifle, but not so much there with the showstopper.
And I was going to compliment that. I felt like they fell into the trap of understanding where Nats was putting his utility, when it was just going to be him on the A side, the double stack towards the door. But then the ult happened and we all got distracted. Purpo this time going to backpedal and find comeback. 4v4. Purpo on 15 HP, willing to stay around on that. And they look like they want to pivot. They still fancy the A site.
I mean, Liquid have transitioned away from this. They are reading as if they might go towards C. I think probably now going to get a sound cue or two. Still, at least,
Spike planted.
even in terms of the head count here in this post plant,
I quite like
utility
that.
though, or lack thereof, for Liquid.
And it's Feeling trying to be the big man here. And, well, he's been put to bed.
Miniboot's so late.
Yeah, you have no right walking over from C from that long away, but still, Chloric on, what, 5 HP? It's really on Ruxic here. Maybe try and help. Ruxic doing his best! Damn, they had so low HP. I thought there was maybe a chance on it.
It's just 15 on Purpo and 30 on Miniboot. Regardless, though, Liquid will take the lead with number 6. Of course.
Thank you.
I really wanted to see that again, actually. That's just foul.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, this game just feels scrappy at best, right? No one really finding full rhythm. A little bit of an upswing from Liquid, gotta say it.
Yeah, which,
But-
again, I hate to harp onto it, but it's like, that's where Liquid is saying they feel most comfortable play, when it gets chaotic, it gets scrappy, it gets unorthodox. I haven't necessarily, again, we're now seeing them in the lead, but it just hasn't felt comfortable for them to replicate here on Lotus. So I think that plays into what you're saying about it. In terms of comfort levels on maps, this must sit towards the bottom of the pool for them.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen the second half yet
Correct.
from Liquid.
Yeah, it's like we know it's not fully there yet, but to what extent, right? As you said, kind of defined by that second half for now. Scoreline still in touch. NAVI not looking any more solid either. Don't think this is just a critique of Liquid. It's just trying to find out where the chips really settle. And that's going to be forced off this. And NAVI want to press the issue. Why him? Go anywhere else. If you think it might be Nats, flee from it, man. Don't run towards it. I get the idea. You want some safety. You want some space.
Well, they catch him in the seas as well. So they just send bodies flooding towards him.
Not enough, apparently. 3 now dead, down to Filu and Ruxic. Lovely claim on that for Filu. I like what he did there. Just getting ahead of it, trying to bring it into a manageable situation, but a 2v3 is still certainly difficult. Filu, what a shot! He was putting a down performance in! Pulled from the doldrums, NAVI bring it back to 6 apiece. And while we wait for the second half, we've got another bit of trivia for you. Let's see how well you know your Angel lore.
Spike down.
This is, like I said, very front-loaded and allow Nats to really shine, who's already found some comfort here, obviously, on the defensive side. Eyes go back towards now Camo and Mini Boot. Unable to really benefit from some of that aggression in the first half, but come back here. Goes forward to challenge and dealt with.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone finding kills from Liquid.
Oh, Ruxic, you're not going to live through this. 15 HP,
Smothered.
dead. Yeah, there was no way out of that. Clark, though, going to do a nice little
Spike
catch on the
down
cross, but
A.
he's the last one alive, and once they know that, it becomes almost impossible. So Plant is what they're going to be eyeing up, at least get the time on their side. Stay together,
Spike
or
planted.
treat. Miniboo can kind of play how he feels at this point. For Chloric, tough scenario, and I think he knows it. Re-smoked, and those options dwindle.
Chance here, maybe to catch somebody off guard, but with 3 left standing for Liquid, gotta feel like they're gonna be able to convert this one. See, it won't find the spam, and it's Camo to find number 3. Liquid 1 ahead here in the second half. I guess in terms of expectations here, Liquid huddled together, just happy to take this brawl out, which, like I said, is a situation that quite often we're talking about them coming out on top and looking very comfortable in some of these more chaotic engagements.
Yeah, the utility looks a little bit late to make it more viable to even try and fight on that push up towards Rubble. It just felt a little bit risky considering it just got left in no man's land. So the benefit then falls towards Liquid to take this further forward. Decent buy coming in too. They are not skimping on the purchase. What a shot. Blinky, you missed that one. Hero is gone. And well, C is very much open and available. The best thing you can do is hope to catch Nats.
Well, Ruxic's on that very path right now. Find the first here, caught off guard. The trade will come through. Again, an upgrade to be found here, but Camo,
Spike planted.
the plant elsewhere, and a ton of space for Liquid to capitalize on. Again, a lack of presence elsewhere. So a bit of a unorthodox post-plant position for NAVI to try and navigate.
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh, a little desk pop.
one of my favorites, those, actually. I like them. The danger man is Ruxic, right? Can he find one of these 4 players? If he does, you're kind of hoping it's not Camo because he's got the full shield, which make it a little bit more difficult for him. Maybe able to make it costly. The paranoia going astray. Oh, well, that'll do it. That will absolutely do it. Ruxic making it cost a fortune. 3 kills, and he can go down with the ship at this point. Taking away a great deal of what Liquid came in with. They will walk away with 2 of the rifles, but still, making the best of a bad scenario.
As elsewhere, I've been crediting Liquid in terms of keeping 4 standing in some of these rounds. Ruxic able to find massive damage towards the end of this. I mean, Nats does really well to find the openers here. As you noted, Camo on the full shield, the headshot won't matter in that regard. Yeah, it's about the reaction you'd expect.
Yeah, that's solid. Okay, and we do have a treat for you. We will be listening to more comms. So you're going to get that in this round. You're really, really welcome. Probably going to be a really pacey round just to make it even harder. And, well, Miniboo is leading the pack, but he's been sent away. Chloric! What an absolute belter of a shot from him.
Catch a slide and a satchel there.
Oof. Uphill now for Liquid.
Okay, I think he has a full setup.
So,
Pinpoint.
Fisherman, motiverant.
Taken from
Enemy
stairs.
remaining.
Okay, it's on me the sound.
Who is chewing gum
If you
on comms? Michael, whoever's chewing gum on comms, we need to get down there.
I'm hitting the mute button. That's like,
Get down there right now. Who's doing it?
that's like nails on a chalkboard to me. But to come back, look at these catches from Chloric.
mean,
The slide and the satchel just tapped out by Chloric.
One enemy remaining.
That was a sick round from him. Honestly, really, really pretty stuff. Bonus or not, it's aim. It's absolute aim in that regard. So at 8-7, no snowball here to be had. Much closer affair.
Nat's back on a scope here. There's only, well, 2 light shields to punish. Wayne can have his hands full here, though. Go for Purple and Camo find the kills.
These two, Camo and Purpo, to me, are just such heroes on this team. Certainly not unsung, but man, they put in a shift. It's Hero, Chloric, and Ruxic. Split across the map. Easily divided and conquered, but for Liquid, they want to take their time and ensure this. Critical round now.
Silence across the map here. Liquid may be anticipating somebody else seeking out some info on the side of NAVI, but you see here, Hero tucked in towards tree. Does have Chloric now in support. Good read from NAVI in terms of the reposition towards the back end of this round. Nat's finally making some progress forwards. Trying to find the wall, but it's not there.
This is where I get a little concerned. Nice slow down, but Camo, oh my God, he was around
That's
the corner.
criminal.
He's around
Criminal.
the corner. Riot
standing.
Games, we're gonna have a conversation. Ruxic, it's a 1v4 for him, and he was over
Spike
on
planted.
that C site, so it's not really viable. But man, Hero, that felt unfair
That's tough.
for you. I'm on your side.
Because he was so far behind the corner.
I'm really on your side, man. That's cruelty. For Liquid, though, it's a lovely bit of stability that feels like it's been lacking. Now get themselves at least 4 still alive, plant in play, and 9 rounds to their name.
It doesn't necessarily feel like they're benefiting massively off these. These are still close affairs. It's coming down to 2 beautiful kills being found, and Camo very fortunate in terms of the placement.
He's around the
Hero's
corner. He's around.
reaction, man. He just went. I think Angel probably got a good glimpse of that as well.
Yeah, more than likely. Okay.
Liquid convert the 3rd on this second half.
Hello.
Unable to scale out initially here. Or at least not fancying what they're seeing. Hero has switched things up though. Reposition for him over towards C. You can see the setup here lying in wait for Liquid. Should they choose to pivot?
Here.
Your body's sent this way by NAVI, expecting this. It's just a little probe sent out by Liquid. We're not there looking to commit just yet. Great catch from Miniboo here. Chloric removed in transition.
Purpo's going to get ult now as well. So really could open up chances. Hero, I think, potentially considering that. Are going to have to stall out, but do it with limited senses now. Decay still in effect too. This is going to be a tough one. He's got a second until that Prowler comes in. But by now beheaded as Nats opens up the account. Ruxic would love to have hit that. Not going to happen.
It's the opposite of the angle that Ruxic found him earlier on. Camo this time, the benefactor. 5 left standing for Liquid is Filu, and come back on the other side. Operator in hand. Not even going to go for this one. just hold on to what they've got. You see the funds elsewhere. It's a Hero, 300, Chloric, 100.
Go, go, go!
Fortunately, I'm going to have a full buy to follow this, so if they can hold on to these, certainly a chance to do some damage, but this will be Liquid hitting 10 comfortably as well.
I think it's going to be a 13-9.
I mean, there's a chance.
Yeah.
There is a chance.
What do you reckon that chance is? High?
Pretty high, yeah.
If you have missed the score so far, look to the top left. 9-13, 13-9.
Last time Liquid played this, 234 days ago.
Yeah, what's the score?
13-9.
Yeah. So we wait, we see. For now, they are tracking on about the right trajectory. We are at 10-7 here, and they found the last two. That's massive boon to the economy for them, and obviously a bit of an issue now for NAVI.
Well, yeah, I mean,
to 9.
Looking at it, may be an extra weapon to consider if you save. That was nice. It looks even better on the replay. But yeah, now just no chance at all to really rely on much.
Bingo!
Well, nothing to really invest around at all here. A check back in. It's only really Chloric's ultimate to offset that. Not going to want to see that invested necessarily. Unless NAVI have something to really, really drill into. And a chance for Nats to absolutely farm the scope in hand. I mean, Feely does have a full shield. It's about the only positive on the other side.
Yeah, just kind of testing the waters. Cleared, I don't want to say cleared role, they didn't, but held for the push here. But there are 3 players ready on this B site if they do just go for this approach, which can be rotten against all the varying angles, the highs and lows here, but the timing just right. The burst from Liquid, and they clear all 3. The final 2 going to be probably just as easy if they continue on this, but Nats looking to clear them now if possible. Not going to allow for it. Yeah, come on, man. Liquid, well done in that. Clean stuff, and we've seen messy rounds. I'm happy to see clean ones coming in for Liquid as well.
And I hate to look forwards, but again, you've got to consider what's behind this purchase now for NAVI. This will be Liquid on the brink of potentially converting the map. Should they win this follow-up round, I think a little bit, the rounds in the second half here are the ones that really, really speak to that.
I think so too, yeah.
I'm not sure it's necessarily a fix that's required for Liquid, but there is a very big difference. And again, it varies by map on top of that for sure.
Oh, hold on.
Minifu. Okay, come back.
Like, look, I love Quake
that
as well. I love CPMA, man. We're flying around the map. It's really fun. It doesn't work in this game, as Chloric could have find Nats. Where did this round just come from?
Right, and then you see really weird approaches like the cool, be decisive. Nats doubles down on that, but completely removed. NAVI will lap this up. Purpo will find a response here, but down to 10 HP. Prowler won't catch it.
He should be on for it. Ah, it's actually not clean enough. And the problem is they actually might get bailed out after what was a horrific start by a better end, but you're right. The second time of asking for the plant here. Camo is just landing shot after shot. How do they have a 2v2 after that beginning? I do not know. The plant's in play, but the HP is dreary. Camo on 37, Purpo on 10. 2 heavy hitters though. Filu, caution being displayed.
Find you.
One's gonna go in. Doesn't clear quite deep enough to really pressure much, but Camo waiting. 2 kills already. And the pressure now turns to NAVI. You've got to get a move on. And Camo is the executioner on this. And I think Purpo's played this right. And I think Filu can do nothing but die.
Absolutely.
Liquid bailed out by brilliance.
Ridiculous round, considering how things started. Miniboo just completely, I mean, he's actually caught by the reveal ahead again in there. Maybe there's a chance for him to just wreak havoc, but the recovery here on the back of Camo is just outstanding. Then to find a third, ridiculous. NAVI going to be kicking themselves. They couldn't convert that. And as I said, the byproduct being here, a broken buy as Liquid hit 12.
And again, maybe coming out of a timeout, you want to go extra aggressive. Maybe there's some method to the madness, but bloody hell. You feel that's a wild one. But again, remember, Liquid qualify into those playoffs off this game. This keeps their fate in their own hands. So they have to be playing at this all-out sort of pace to a degree. All on the line. And now, we look at the buy. You said it before. What was behind that purchase? Well, now we're seeing it.
You have the benefit of some old Shaw, but it's comeback really you want to see get his online in this round. Nat's posted up. Might just catch someone here, but how's he still alive? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ruxic.
Thank you. Everyone say thank you to Mr. Ruxic.
We're going to have to rely on Hero going huge now.
He's good, but not that good. I don't think he could deal with all players. He'd have loved to maybe pressured Camo or caught a tag or two.
I mean, the wall slowed them down. Again, nobody's really going to be able to contest this plant.
The ult could be nice, but look how active they're getting here. Gonna have to respect it and try and back away. Is there a cubby to play in? There is. And they've got ults here. Camo can hold the line for so long.
Well, basically cancel out Hero's ultimate entirely. Would have run the clock down now. Able to actually slip back onto site and get deeper positions.
Go time. And here we go. Liquid coming out on top. Camo putting on a show today. A cut above the rest as Cloric has to face the music. Team Liquid, masters of their own fate, get to decide their outcome today. 13-7 to close down map 3.